Yes, people, welcome to another edition of From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. Big S just leaving the building and that. The boss man out here. Big up Sparks also. And I'm joined by one of my fellow co-hosts, JV. JV, first and foremost, what are you telling me? Are you good?
Yeah, man. Good. Football, good. Life, good. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. As I keep saying now, in the beginning of our shows, another eventful week. You know what I'm saying?
The Premier League is never, say what you want about the quality, it's always eventful.
It's never dull, innit?
It's never dull. There's always a result, a decision, a player performance, whether it be good or whether it be bad, a manager interview, etc., etc. There's always something going on. It's like a soap.
Yes.
It's soap-esque.
Most certainly is.
It's a soap-esque.
You could... That's why, you know what it is? You get the soap version of it when you get, what is it, Premier League years? You need to bring that back, fam. You know what I'm saying? You need to bring that back strong. This one will be a very good one. This will be a very good Premier League years this year. It will be actually...
Oh, definitely with COVID and everything else like that. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot going on. Hopefully, Stroll will be back next week as well, people. He's just not well, so he's in bed. So get well soon, Stroll. Yeah, send your well wishes to him. Send your well wishes to him. He said that last week, actually, that a lot of people messaged him and DM'd him, asking him if he's okay. So that's love that you lot are showing love to Stroll. Hopefully, we're hoping Stroll will be back next week. But okay, JV. Actually, before we even start there, if you're watching on the YouTube, you already know what to do. Hit the like button. Make sure you share it. And make sure... See, that's me echoing. I'm that good in it. I can be in two places at once. One of my clones sneaked in the building.
Jeez.
But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button on YouTube. Make sure you hit the share button and also make sure you subscribe to the channel Pi Radio. If you're watching on the Twitter or Facebook, you know what to do. Twitter, retweet, like the tweet. Facebook, like and share. But I think there's only one place to start, actually. There's only one place for me that I think we can start. The Merseyside derby.
Yes.
Don Carlo masterclass. Ancelotti's shown why he's Ancelotti. You get what I'm saying in that? Yeah. Ancelotti's shown, yes, big up to in the building also. Ancelotti's shown why he's Ancelotti. To me. That's why I hype him up so much. That game, that performance, the tactics originally, the change of tactics, big up Sparks. The change of tactics, etc., shown why he is Carlo Ancelotti.
Yep.
Shown why he's won multiple Champions Leagues. Shown why he's won leagues in literally every major European country.
Yeah.
Different. What was your thoughts on it? So it was, if you don't know somehow, Liverpool 0, Everton 2. Everton's first win at Anfield since 1999.
See, this is... What did I see? I seen a stat for the stat man... people out there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Statman Baines.
Shout out Statman Baines.
You know what I'm saying? And it was Curtis Jones and Kabak weren't even born the last time Everton won there.
Wow. That's mad.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it shows you how long it's been, and it shows you how long that Everton have been behind Liverpool in terms of a real competitive derby. You know what I mean? They've not... Don't get me wrong, it'll be competitive in terms of, like the challenges and, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of quality, they know they can't, well, they knew for a very long time, they're not able to match Liverpool's quality. Do you get what I'm saying? So, go fast, not fast forward, rewind back to Saturday, was it? Yeah, it was Saturday, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Saturday. So you had, I seen them line up, and I actually thought to myself, there's not much in the lineups. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I'm looking at Liverpool's midfield, and then I'm looking at Everton's midfield, and I'm saying the Everton players aren't as good, but really, when you look at it, with the form that the Liverpool players are in, that's probably the worst type of match they wanted. Someone who's gonna play them like that, but also have the added in passion. Do you get what I mean? It's not Everton. I'll put it to you this way: Everton didn't just want to win on Saturday because Liverpool are the champions. Everton wanted to win because Liverpool are Liverpool. So they've already
they've already got the added incentive because it's a Merseyside derby. It's
That's where I'm going.
Fiercest rivals. Yes.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So they've already got that So then when they're seeing them, the fiercest rivals, as a wounded animal in the next fixture, I think that was spoken about. Because even if you look at the way they started, you know what I'm saying? That start was, for me, that's planned. I think they've said from early, get in them channels. Get in between them. Yeah, definitely. Because as soon as that's pretty much the first move that you've done from that instance, and it's a goal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you got James sliding it through to
which we are going to touch on, definitely.
Yeah, sliding it through to Richarlison, and then
I said Richarlison. You're a joker, you know. We're gonna talk about Richarlison as well. Actually, we're gonna discuss everything.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and then one thing I will say is that was a very good finish.
Quality finish.
That was a quality finish.
Because I thought he was gonna miss, but we're gonna get.
That's what I mean. I didn't expect that. And you know what? The maddest thing is, Liverpool probably didn't expect that. And Alisson, was it Alisson in that?
Yeah, it was Alisson.
Yeah, it was Alisson.
Yeah, it was Alisson. Alisson with his cold feet. Yeah, it was Alisson.
He wouldn't have expected that. And then that adds into it though. Get a shot in at that keeper early in the game. Do you get what I'm saying? That would have been a shout. That would have definitely have been a shout from Ancelotti. You know what I mean? So for me, they literally looked at the weakness, which is the heart of that defense and the goalkeeper, and I think they exploited that excellently in the first instance. You get what I'm saying?
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible. Because one thing I was thinking, I'm not going to lie, when I seen there was no Calvert-Lewin, I was like, ooh. That I thought that through the game into Liverpool's favour, even though because of the recent form, it's not been great. But for me, Everton can actually say, you know, they didn't even have the best striker starting.
True.
Do you get what I mean? Richarlison is arguably a winger. Do you know what I mean? So they've had to put him up front. He's actually countered them with the formation, because you seen it was
very clever.
Yes, I explained. My son said, "Why has he done that?" And I explained it to him.
Go on.
Literally, he's done the Coleman and the
Digne
as wing backs.
Yeah,
that's just to counter the Robertson and the Trent,
and it worked to a T.
It worked perfectly. Like one thing, and this is one thing I keep banging on about, that Liverpool midfield.
You said this for the longest.
If you isolate those two in Robertson and Trent, there's not much at all. Like one thing I think he might need to do is mimic. Might sound a bit mad to say this, but mimic Pochettino, what he did the other night, and play Verratti higher forward. I think they need Thiago higher up the pitch.
Okay, this is interesting. Go on, elaborate on this.
I just think that you just need a creative element. Like as much as
something different.
Yeah, as much as he's people are telling me he's a DM, he's not a DM. I know in European football they like to have the deep lying playmakers. That's what I call them. The playmakers, but they're from deep. He's not, even though his position is a defensive player. Yeah, he might do the tackles and that, but that's not his game. You will get a lot more out of him in an attacking position. Just imagine him in an old school number 10 position. Do you get what I mean? And the reason I think they won't do that is because it then interferes with Firmino. Do you get what I mean? But I think that's something to work out. They've got to work out a way to get Thiago higher up the pitch for me, because they are the only team I've seen in recent history that can come to mind straight away who have just forsaken the whole midfield. Like, the midfield is just not there. The midfield is absent. You know what I mean? You've literally took the traditionally creative element of a team
and made it to help you out your defense, and you've given that to the fullbacks.
Yeah. And which is, when you think about it, and this is another thing I've said, how can your most attacking creative element have to do that work from the other side of the field? Do you get what I'm saying? How it doesn't really make any sense. They're at the other side of the field.
Well,
they have to get all the way, unless you're gonna become some sort of long ball specialist, which Liverpool do, actually, to be fair, in fact.
They do it well, yeah.
But I think that's been found out a bit as well. So it's a case of your attack needs to now come from closer to your actual attackers. Do you get what I mean? There's no point in having Trent who can do this or Robertson who can do this, and then you've not got anyone close to the goal. It's like I get mad when I see Rashford so tight on the wing. You've said this for the longest. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's our creative element. But then when you look at how they're set up, if it was your left back and your right back is your most creative, that's very See, like even there, so like we've got.
So we're here.
Lineup.
We've just got the lineup up, people. So obviously it was for Liverpool. It was Alisson in goal. Back four of Trent, Kabak, Henderson, obviously who went off. Robertson, Curtis Jones, Wijnaldum, Thiago in the midfield, and then it was Salah, Firmino, and Mane. For Everton, it was Pickford in goal. Then they had the back three / back five. Three centre backs were Godfrey, Keane, Holgate. Then he had Coleman and Digne as their wing backs. Gomez, Tom Davies, who I thought was excellent. By the way, we're going to get into that. Excellent. He was excellent.
Yes.
Like he was better than Decore. Decore wasn't good. I thought Decore was pretty poor on the ball. And then he had James and Richarlison. And like you said, that's him there going there with a plan. And look who he's. And even I called it wrong because when they were 1-0 up, Liverpool started very well in the second half and dominated the possession, and it seemed they were going to score. I'm like, now change it. Put more pace on the wings. You've got Calvert-Lewin you could bring on for Richarlison. You've got Iwobi. You've got Bernard. Exploit. You spoke about the channels. Exploit the pace at the back. But what he did was take off Rodriguez and put Richarlison up front. I mean, put Calvert-Lewin or Didier Calvert-Lewin, as somebody called him. I was dying when someone said that. Didier Calvert-Lewin. He was very good, and he played two up top. But exactly. That's brave.
See, it's brave.
Two up top.
But you see what it also does? Because if you look at that team, yeah, and you're saying, if there is a two up top you want to play, it's them two. It's the most creative players on the pitch.
Higher up the pitch. As high up the pitch as possible.
Do you know what I'm saying? You've got those two, even though they're working in a two.
Yeah.
They've got everyone else behind them doing the work, which is what Liverpool usually do, but that element isn't working for him. So this is what I'm trying to say. Everton did, if anything,
they did a Liverpool.
They did a Liverpool to Liverpool in terms of the midfield were just all hardworking, get the ball to the creative players and kind of let them do their thing. Because then even when you look at those two benches, yeah, you could argue that Everton bench is better.
Whew, that's a big statement. And you know what it is when you think Alan didn't even get on the pitch.
Alan didn't get on the pitch, yeah? Calvert-Lewin, Liverpool don't have one of those on their bench.
Put it this way, if Calvert-Lewin's on Liverpool's bench, they put him on to try and score a goal.
He probably comes on at half-time also.
Yeah, he definitely makes it on.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You've got Sigurdsson, who they brought on, Josh King, who didn't get on, Iwobi, who came on, and Bernard also.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Whereas they brought on Origi, Shaqiri, and Nathaniel Phillips.
See, for me, yeah,
that's wild.
Shaqiri, I don't really have a problem with Shaqiri, because I think when Shaqiri comes on, he might not affect the game, but he changes a bit how they play. It's a different tactic. For me, bringing on Origi is like,
what's it really going to do?
Like, what can Origi do? All right, then I'll put it to you like this. What can Origi do that any of them front three cannot do? Man might say hold up the ball a bit more better, but he's certainly not going to get you a goal. He's not a goal. Origi is not.
He's not a Calvert-Lewin who won the penalty, which we're going to get into.
He's not a prominent goal threat. Yeah. He doesn't play. For me, he doesn't play enough to be sharp enough.
Oh, interesting.
See, like when we at least had Chicharito, he's coming on more or less every game.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Solskjaer even. There's games he might miss, but there's games where he comes on in adequate time to affect the game. Do you know what I'm saying? Whoever, you know what I mean? There's ways of using plays. For me, he's there like
just as a spare part kind of thing.
It's like a gesture to have him because, he scored them goals in the Champions League that time. I don't think there's another top club he actually gets on the bench. Origi doesn't get on the bench for... Does he? All right, then he don't get on Chelsea's bench.
Chelsea's bench is star-studded. He don't get on Chelsea's bench. He doesn't get on United's bench. He doesn't get on Manchester City's bench.
I'll go out there and say I don't even think he gets on a Leicester bench. I don't see what he would bring to them up front. I don't see it. I don't see what he would bring.
You've got a point. Saying? Like they really did, even though they had a good window, they really failed to buy where they needed more than a good window.
And here's the thing.
To me, they needed a great window. Like we spoke about City needing, even though we was wrong on that, City needing the Chelsea window in terms of recruitment. Liverpool needed Chelsea's.
Yes,
if they would have got 6 or 7 players, that's what they needed. And I'm not saying exactly they need a Werner, but they went in for Werner, but then they ended up getting Shaw. But they needed a Werner, a Havertz, a Thiago Silva, a Chilwell, etc. Not them players, but those positions.
And you know why? And so let's just scroll up to Liverpool's team for me. So everyone's moaning about, but Liverpool's team was this, and that. Just make sure it's not on the screen. Liverpool.
Oh no, that's calm. That can be on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not copyright footage.
Yeah. So you know when they're saying look at Liverpool's injuries, this and that. This is why. This is the reason why. The next reason I'm going to say is why they needed a Chelsea window.
Go on.
Because don't get it twisted. Liverpool might have this excellent medical team. Yeah. But if you play essentially 8, maybe even 9 out of 11 players week in, week out for about 2, nearly 3 years now,
eventually they're going to break down.
You're going to burn them out. And that's what he's done. There's no way you can tell me he's not burnt them out.
All right, so does this go on to Klopp then?
Most 1,000,000%.
No, because I've not seen Klopp really get criticism because obviously what he's done for them, 1 and 2, the players, people saying individually the players aren't that good anyway. But go on, I'm gonna let you.
Nah, he's burnt them out. He's absolutely burnt them to a crisp. Like when you literally think of it, because he's not got the players on the bench. All right, then I'll put it to you like this: it could be his fault or it could be FSG. Yeah, I don't know.
FSG, people do put blame on FSG. Yeah, that's why they've been getting criticism.
But for me, he's still burnt them out. There's a lot of times where look at Jota's just coming back now from a game where he shouldn't have played.
He shouldn't have played Jota in that game.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That is a one mistake on his part. On his part specifically,
I think he does that a lot. He overplays these players. They've literally, when you think about it, they've played. I know we had that break with the no lockdown, but that probably didn't help because I don't think they were actually actively. Well, you're not going to be as active at home, are you? Basically, that's what I'm saying. So that wouldn't have helped.
And they had the 5 subs as well, which helped.
Do you get what I'm saying?
As someone said, they won the Power League, Premier League.
Yeah, they've literally played. When you really think about it, they've played the same team without getting subbed off too much. Yeah, for years now. It's like I think we've made this point before. The Champions League winning team is not too different.
Yeah, it's not too different. And I think also alongside the physical, like you said, the physical effect it's had. Mentally, you can be fatigued as well, especially when you put all that energy and effort into getting to the mountaintop. And they did that. They won the Premier League. They won the Champions League. You've won the 2 biggest trophies that you can possibly win in the past 2 years. It's hard to then go again. Naturally, it's hard to have that same hunger. Roy Keane made a great point when he said, I didn't hear any of the players. I didn't hear the manager talking about, let's go and do this again. Yeah. And I might be wrong in that because I don't watch Liverpool players' interviews or Klopp's interviews like that to know that. Obviously, a Liverpool fan, if Stroll was here, he'd be able to give us more analysis and more in-depth knowledge on that. But I never heard them say that.
No, they were too busy partying.
They're enjoying it after that 30 years.
Partied that. Don't get me wrong, they had every right to party, but I don't think that party mode, what they were in, I don't think it was applied at the right time. Not even applied. I don't think it was stopped. There was no one to stop it.
Like say, okay, let's put that to the side now. Let's go again.
There's no captain figure. Well, there is, but I think even that captain's elated. So they're all. Don't get me wrong. It's a really big thing what they did. Do you get what I mean? So they got caught up in the moment. Yeah, but as players, maybe the players can maybe get away with that. Maybe that's down to the management. And I'm gonna say management. I don't even just mean Klopp. It could be any of the coaches, like literally any of them. Could even be the goalkeeper coach. You know what I mean? It could be whoever. Someone should have been like, right, we need to go again.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Without question.
Because one thing I would say is everyone's moaning about the injuries, but blame your manager. It's him who does it. Do you get what I'm saying? You can moan all you want. Like I've seen people start to add on. Oh, imagine if you had Fabinho and Henderson out for the season. No, Fabinho, Henderson, Gomez, Matip and Van Dijk. It's like, no, sorry, Van Dijk got injured first and these men have been injured since. Not all 5 have not been injured at once. You know what I mean? Look at City last season. They had arguably a lot of injuries.
Yeah, Laporte was a major. That's Van Dijk.
You know what I'm saying? But they still managed to come second.
True.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
so it's like you can blame the manager. You can blame the injuries all you want. It is a very big factor. I'm not doubting that. But what you have to really realise is it's the manager who's done this. There's been a lot of times a Shaqiri could have come off for a Salah. Because even look at Salah and Mane now. They are burnt out. They are properly like... It's mad when you think about it. Salah's still the top goal scorer. So then it's like, well, people will turn around and say, well, he's still the top goal scorer. In my mind, I'll be thinking, he's the top goal scorer and you're in this position. You've clearly got a problem. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if you are a top goal scorer of the league and your team's in what, 7th,
they are.
and you're not a
six.
6, and you're not you're not overachieving.
Right, they've lost their last 4 games.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Mad.
You're underachieving, and you have a top goal scorer.
They are 19 points away from Manchester City. They're 9 points off us.
This is what I'm
Of
trying
Manchester
to say.
United. That is crazy.
Imagine you're underachieving with a top goal scorer. That's a bad sign.
If you're overachieving with a top goal scorer, that's excellent. But if you're underachieving and your guy's still the top goal scorer, that means that something's going wrong. As much as that's right, that part is definitely right. Something's going wrong because those goals are not propelling you. Do you get what I mean? Those goals are not taking you anywhere.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying. That is crazy. And that. Big up Ryan, who says Salah out. Liverpool fan, not a fan of Salah. Big up Abdul, who says, do you think it's time for Liverpool to rotate their front three? If so, who do they sell and sign? I think it seems like Liverpool, you have to sell to buy. So who do you then?
Well, here's the thing.
Do you sell one of them? I don't know if you sell. You can't. It's very tough to go and get a Mane or Salah.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
I'm looking at the 9 position with Firmino.
Well, this is what I mean now. You've got to sell Firmino then, innit? But, like, all jokes aside, now we'll have a joke first.
Yeah.
How much do you get for Firmino?
That's a great. I don't think you get enough to then go and replace him.
No, you get about 30, 40 mil.
Yeah, that's it. And who do you go and get unless they do?
Unless you get that 30, 40 mil and you're going to put a little something on top.
Yeah, unless they go and do what they did for Mane, Salah, and Firmino. They bought Mane from Southampton, Firmino from Hoffenheim, and Salah from Fiorentina. You have to go and shop like that again.
But here's the thing. See Salah, Mane, Van Dijk, and Alisson.
Yeah.
You could argue that's their 4 absolute stars, yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone else fits in around that type of thing. But you could argue they're not going to sign someone like Van Dijk again for the foreseeable. They could sign someone who could be potentially as good, but they will not have that impact.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. They won't be able to sign someone who has the impact of an Alisson. They won't be able to sign someone now who has the impact of a Mane and someone who has the impact of a Salah all in one season.
You're asking for a lot.
That's a lot. Like their team is, I wouldn't say it's over the hill because there's still a lot of quality in it, but these are players now who need a little bit of reinventing. The team needs a bit of reinvention. I think that whole model and system is being, everyone's on it now.
He's got to do what Pep did, because again, we was having a conversation, the same conversations we're having about Klopp, we was having about Pep last season. Can you rebuild? Can you go again? City are still City under Pep, but now they're more, I've said this before, this is the first Pep side I've seen where you could argue, but it's actually an argument and an actual debate that defensively they're better than they are going forward. That's never happened with Pep sides. Even the best Pep sides, the offense has always been better than the defense.
You know what it is? They've always had an absolute superstar attack.
Yes.
And they've always had
A very good defense.
that's the difference. A very good to super, top level. You know what I mean? They've always had one thing they always do have
Is a top centre back.
Yeah.
And they normally have a top right back and left back, and then someone just kind of fills in the other centre back position. You get what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
So when you look at how they are now, City,
How defense, like this is, you could argue, I don't even think, maybe I'd have to go and do the research that this is the best defense Pep's ever set up, considering the goals they concede. They don't concede goals.
you know what it is? He's had the...
Maybe he was there. I'm trying to remember who he had at Barcelona because it was Puyol. I can't remember if it was Marquez. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Is that his team now?
Was it PK? I can't remember.
See, this is what I mean. I can't.
Yeah.
So, but here, one thing I will say, he did have the PK. He had PK, he had Alves, and he had Alba.
Yeah.
We definitely know that. And then he always had someone filling in, you know what I mean? So that, at that time, that is a top defense.
Yes.
But one thing I will say is about how he operates that defense nowadays is a lot more different. That literally now, he's one manager now who I can say he's got his whole defense playing how people have their front line playing, in terms of they're all very interchangeable
And drilled. Very well
like
drilled.
if like I was watching him yesterday, I seen Diaz end up. Where did Diaz? I swear to you, he ended up more or less on the edge of City's box.
What?
Just from, I say like 10 yards off. So like 30 yards out from goal. He ended up 30 yards out from goal just from driving from centre back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's mad, like, and I mean, centrally, sometimes centre backs can do an overlap,
Yeah.
but he went centrally But then when he
Right.
did that,
Yeah.
Stones fell in, this person fell in, and then
It's well drilled.
it's
Yes.
drilled. Like if someone steps, someone goes. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter who it is. It could literally be the right back. You know what I mean? I've seen Stones do the exact same thing.
And then
Stones
Diaz
did it,
did it.
and then someone just came in, and then. But here's the point. Just to relate that back to like Liverpool.
Yeah.
Pep has got his team able to play like that because his system is not enabled to the player. So his system isn't designed to the player. The player is designed to his system.
That's why his recruitment's very important.
Yes. This is why Liverpool struggle so much when they don't have someone to. Do you know what I mean? Because people are saying, "Oh, they've got this." They had Fernandinho at centre back for a full season.
Yes.
Like let's not sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
For a full season, and it's not as even as if. Check this. It's not even as if Fernandinho is someone like Fabinho who started off his career as a defender.
He's an actual centre back, and you're not only then you're missing him in midfield, and you don't even have an adequate replacement for him in midfield, and that's why we criticised Pep for him not getting a centre back when Company left. But he addressed that this summer.
This
and
is
it
what
worked.
I'm trying to say. Is
What Pep has done,
in this past season or two, I think Klopp now has to do. He has to address the holes in his team.
Yes, definitely. He's got to come again. Yes,
He's got to, and this is why now if Pep wins this, you've got to give him
his flowers and his credit. Definitely.
Yeah, so because I'm someone who doubted him strongly in the way he went
Yeah, I
out last
remember.
season. But
I remember the
what I've
shows.
seen from him this season, it's almost like he has reinvented that team. He's changed how certain players play. He's come with a few new ideas. Don't get me wrong, he's still got his signature goals.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean?
Sterling at the back post.
But it's like even recently, if you really look at it, we clown Jesus a bit, but he's got him playing to a certain level. He's got him doing a certain job.
Ah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
When he comes in, yeah.
When he
I
comes
give him
in,
credit.
he does
I give
his
him.
job.
I do banter him a lot because I don't think he's that good. But I get your point.
Do you know what I'm
you're trying to
saying?
make,
He's
yes.
able to.
He's got a role for him in the side.
This is what I'm trying to say, and this is what Klopp's not doing or hasn't done this season.
Yeah.
Even as much as he's having to play these man at centre back, yeah, his system's not changed. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even if you've had to play these man centre back, maybe then you should change your system to allow for certain things. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is the whole difference. Liverpool's team is the roles in that team are designed to the player and not the system.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
Because like I'm saying now, with all these players out, the team just doesn't work.
Yeah, that system
Pep
don't
can
work.
have anyone out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you take really deep it. Aguero's. What did he?
Aguero hasn't. He was injured, then he had COVID, so he's
Check
not really
this.
played like that.
All right, then how many minutes do you think he's played this season?
Probably 120, something like that.
147. That's
There
not
you
even
go.
2 matches.
Mad and they're clear.
That's not
Yeah.
even 2 matches.
Hey, we gotta
So,
we criticized him a lot, but hey, you gotta give it up to Pep.
This is what I'm trying to say.
The way
You
he's
can't-
come back and reclaimed his crown in such emphatic fashion. And now it's over to you, Klopp. Can you go again? And I believe Klopp, all Manchester United bias aside, will come back next season and fight.
I don't know. I think
He's
this is a Klopp. This is what Klopp does.
Nah, Klopp's not gonna bow out
Nah,
like
he's
this.
done his Dortmund. He's done a Dortmund on us. He's fooled us all. He's done a Dortmund on us.
Nah,
Where he
he's
wins
gonna-
it for 1 year and
Yeah.
it goes back to the big boys. That's Klopp.
So you don't reckon he'll come? I reckon he's coming back with a vengeance next season, like Pep.
All right then.
Like Pep did this season. I
the
see Klopp
same
doing
way,
the same.
The same way we said my man's a checkbook
Yeah.
manager.
Yeah.
Pep last year.
Yeah.
Klopp has to be one this year.
Yeah, he has
I
to
don't
invest.
As much you can be as frugal as you want in the transfer market. Sometimes you need to spend them peas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not always gonna.
I love how you went from frugal to peace.
You
That's
know what I'm saying?
fantastic.
That's me. You know what I'm saying,
That's
people? That
fantastic.
is me. Frugal to peas. You know what I'm saying? Man can just flip it one time. You know what I'm saying?
I love
Don't let me put on my work voice. You know what I'm
That's-
saying? It's a rap. But that's what I mean. So it's
great.
it's literally when you're looking at how they are now
Yeah.
and how they're operating, Liverpool, there's a lot to be done because I think
Mhm.
there's spaces that need improving in the first 11, but I honestly think they need to go and get a full bench. Like if they've
Yeah,
got,
they need a squad as well.
if they've got man on loan who are doing bits somewhere, they need to come back.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I think there's a lot of people there right now who are like your Origis, they're living on borrowed time.
Yeah, but again, like we spoke about with Pep and players fit in the system, that's what he has to try and do. Can he alter his system now? Can you do something a little bit different where if a player is injured, say for instance, Mane is out for a long period of time, can you cope the same way City have coped without Aguero being out? If Stones got injured tomorrow, could Manchester City cope with it? Probably. They might suffer, but they probably
This is what
be
I'm
able
saying.
to. So he has to not only invest, but he has to invest correctly and get certain players in. And like you said, maybe a player who's out on loan, maybe a youth player.
Yeah.
Maybe play Thiago, for example, higher up the
Higher
pitch.
up.
Maybe go to wing backs.
Yeah, for me,
fit
Firmino
the
has to
wing
be
back system.
Firmino has to be sacrificed because I don't think he's going to be a starter next season anyway. So for me,
Well, that might be getting someone to replace Firmino, and then you got Firmino on the bench.
well, yeah,
That
you know what I
strengthens
mean?
your bench now.
This is what I'm trying to
That
say.
strengthens your bench. Yes,
So even if they get I don't know. So like,
say if everyone comes back, boom, one of these midfielders are gonna end up back on the bench, innit? So that will be another, you know what I mean, position on the bench if you bring someone in.
I just think that whole midfield needs breaking down.
yeah, I know you've not been a fan of this
No, I
midfield
don't
for the
get
longest.
it. I just
Yeah,
don't
you
get
Having a like three defensive midfielders. It doesn't.
You said this.
It
It
doesn't-
works when, like I said, you have the free defensive when, like you said, your creative element is coming from your front three and your fullbacks. That's all well and good. But then when someone shuts that down, that's when you have to be able to change it.
But
Because teams have figured them out.
this is what I mean. So
Yeah.
this is why I think they will struggle to come back because I think he will now just try and he will try and get back his first 11 and go again. That's what I think he's on. I think he's going to try and get back his first
I can
11.
see him investing because they did, put it this way, if Jota's fit, that front three is not starting. So that tells me he signed two players in Thiago and Jota who are for the first team. Whether they've been good or not, there's not what we're debating right now. But he can see that teams need improvement. Like Jota, as soon as Jota's fit, he's starting.
Yeah.
He scored a lot of important goals for them before he got injured.
Yeah. Definitely.
Thiago, even though they're struggling, plays every match. I think Thiago's brought in to be a first team.
I even think they need to get I've always said this, get Salah central, man. Just get him in.
You say play him as a 9 and then play
just
somebody
doing
else.
what Tottenham did that season, and with Bale, and it was just boom. Get him central, bro. Get him central.
I hear what
All
you're
he
saying.
wants to do is shoot. He's not in the passing thing.
Yeah, he's not in it.
He's more or less a centre forward on the wing. He's not got the. I'm not saying he's not got the football brain. He obviously has, but that's not his intention.
Yeah, his intention. He's a goal scorer.
Yeah, he smells a goal. Do you know what I mean? You know them man who smell a goal.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying? So to have him out wide is a waste.
Zane, big up Zane. He says, big up to both of you. We go out of lockdown March 8th. This is a lovely message. Just wanted to say thank you. The main reason why my lockdown has been chilled. Big up the host and all the people in Sarcasm City. Much love. Love for that, man. Much appreciated, Zane. Because obviously, me and Zane troll each other a lot. Him being an Arsenal fan, but I always see you supporting any Sarcasm City show. I see you supporting on here. So, man, much appreciated. And that goes out to anybody else. If we've helped your lockdown in any way, shape, or form, we appreciate it. Because I get quite a few messages like that. And people will pop up, whether it's privately or live on shows, and be like, yo, you've helped me so much during my lockdown, etc., etc. Much appreciated. So, love for that. But onto the game before we move off it. The Merseyside. I just want to have to big up James Rodriguez for that pass because that's quality. That's a number 10 pass. Like, that's
classic number 10, isn't it?
That's what you pay big money for.
Yes.
The reason why you're on big wages is to impact big games like that at that point. Because if he doesn't make that pass, people ain't really saying you should have made that pass. It's a difficult pass.
Yes.
Bringing it down the side, and it has to be perfect.
It was
to the point.
absolutely perfect.
It was perfect. Richarlison didn't even break his stride.
Yes. You know
He
them
ran
passes
into it.
there.
He didn't break his
They are
stride.
that one thing there where you pass it to someone and they don't have to change their footing or their stroke. That is a lost art. There's only certain man who can do that now.
Definitely.
Too many people want to just fire it in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just fire it into his feet. Nah.
Just get it to him.
You need to. That's precision.
Yeah.
That pass is absolutely perfect.
That's the key word. Precision. That's what it is. Yo, get the likes up as well on the video, please. People keep sharing the video. But like you said, that's precision. And with Richarlison, I give him a lot of stick on this show because I don't rate him. Fantastic finish. Great finish. Very good, quality finish and thoroughly deserved. And like I said, Ancelotti did bits. I thought Tom Davies was excellent.
Yes.
I thought he was excellent.
Here's the thing.
Excellent.
You see, this is, for me, I've always thought that Tom Davies guy, I always thought, you know what, there's a good player in him. You know, one of them people, you look at, there's a good player in him. He just needs the right manager. You get what I mean? And you can see that one thing, what he looked on Saturday was calm. You can see that Ancelotti has told him, calm down.
Just be composed.
Just composed. Chill out. When you get that ball, chill.
Take a touch and pass it to someone in a blue shirt.
And the way he did it, he looked like a vet. You know what I mean? He looked like a old pro. He was just calm. he kept him ticking. And like to say he's starting over Allen, because he was basically playing in Allen's position.
He was playing in Allen's
Do you get what I'm
position. I think
saying?
Allen is coming back from injury though.
Yeah. But then that's good for the manager to know that he can implement him. Do you
in
know what
that
I'm
role
saying?
in a big game. And
Yeah.
I thought all the centre backs were good. I thought the wing backs were good. Jordan Pickford, who gets a lot of stick, didn't put a foot wrong. Didn't put a foot wrong. And Ancelotti made the changes at the right time. Calvert-Lewin, when he came on, handful. 3 times the ball went long. Go on.
Well, there you go. Calvert-Lewin, when he came on.
He affected the game, didn't he?
Yes.
What do you think on the quote-unquote unsure penalty, which is
to me, it's a penalty.
Stone wall. It's a stone wall.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'd say about that. The turn from Richarlison to get in a position was exceptional. Because I thought after the goal, I thought he was awful. But I'm like, I actually tweeted JV about that because he tweeted me about that. I was like, he was awful after that. But again, two pieces of quality has helped his team win the game because the turn was exceptional. The pass into Calvert-Lewin was exceptional too. Again, not having to break stride. But if you watch the goal and the build up to it, Trent's keeping pace with Calvert-Lewin, and for some reason he slows down. I don't know what reason it is. He slows down. But the thing is, he's literally running next to him. Calvert-Lewin's he's not exceptionally quick. Like he's quick, but Trent's quick as well. And Trent's
you'd imagine Trent is quick.
Trent's keeping up pace with him, and then I don't know if it's because Trent thinks the ball's gonna not make it to Calvert-Lewin, but he kind of slows down. Calvert-Lewin takes the shot. I'm always harsh on goalkeepers. I'm not sure about Alisson with that because the shot wasn't struck that well from Calvert-Lewin, but whether he should have parried it out or stopped it, I don't know. I suppose it's one hand, but then Trent goes to ground, and then Calvert-Lewin falls over him. I don't understand why people are saying it's not a penalty.
What people are trying to say is it's not intentional. It doesn't matter.
No, about what does intent mean?
When man do handballs in the box, you think they mean to handball it, bro? It's not. That's not intentional.
When it's been fired in from 10 yards and that. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I'm trying to say. It's like because there's people like it's definitely not a penalty. It's a
penalty,
man. It's a penalty.
Calvert-Lewin is running towards the ball. If Trent's not there, Calvert-Lewin taps it in.
So what's that, people? That's you preventing a goal scoring opportunity.
So he slipped.
To be honest,
go on.
They could have pushed for a red card because that's the rules. If you prevent a goal scoring opportunity, and he was the last man.
Got a point.
You get what I'm saying? So as much as you want to say it's not a penalty, he could have actually been sent off. But that's VAR and the referee rules and everyone's minds not being at one with those rules, which is making it all so confusing. But yeah, for me, to conclude on that one, Everton, just look at him there.
Thoroughly deserved. They are now 7th.
They're literally on the same amount of points with a game in hand.
So if they win their game in hand, they'll go to 6th. Then they're 3 points off Chelsea. Only 2 points off top 4. He's doing the job. But like I said, I keep saying this. They're a problem. But just not so much this season. You can see it's a work in progress. You can see with Alan Decore and James, the difference those 3 players have made. You can see the difference that he's made with, a Tom Davies, a Calvert-Lewin, even a Richarlison, who I don't rate. You got Digne there. He's got the free centre, but they switch formation as well, which is also good. Imagine they then go and get a goalkeeper, another quality wide player, a new right back ahead of Seamus Coleman. Like, they are going to be a problem, and he can attract them. I said this. Definitely. I'm worried not so much next season, but the season after. I'm concerned about.
No, you know what it is? I think with the right signings next season, they're not going to be.
They could be top. They could be strong candidates for the top 4.
Oh no, I think next season with signings, they break the top 4. I think next season with signings, because I think his signings will be of a very, very high level. He's not going to sign just anyone. He now knows
what he needs and what he don't need.
He needs. He now knows that he knows in having people like Richarlison and Rodriguez, you know what I'm saying, Decore. These are well-known players. Do you get what I mean? Calvert-Lewin, even there'll be players who watch Calvert-Lewin and think, I'd love to play. I'd like to play with him. Yeah, as a winger or I'd love to play with him.
With his leap, of course. If you cross the ball, like Digne is probably like, whip it, like you always say. Get it in the mixer, because there was one that he went up for. Was it a penalty before they scored the penalty? And Pickford went a long ball, and he just got up off the ground. Yeah. I was like, and then he ended up dribbling it out, and nothing came of the opportunity. But I'm like, this guy's got a new lease of life. Yeah. I'm expecting him to, I don't know, you get me, thank Don Carlo before he's thanking God in post-match interviews. The way he's got him playing is ridiculous.
Of course, when people are seeing how they're playing, James Rodriguez, what's his name, Richarlison, and these, you're going to be able to attract other players.
Yes, because you can see it's a work in progress,
Yeah.
and they know Ancelotti's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Plus the manager as well. The manager's a big factor in it. So I think next season, because what I'm trying to say is, there's like a new thing now. I'm kind of noticing. Leicester have took the lead in it, where teams are starting to just go for it.
Why not?
Yeah.
I've said this about this is Manchester United. Go for it. Defenses in this league are not that good. So why not go for it with the attackers you have? Why not go? Minus Manchester City, there's no team I look at and be like, they're defensively very solid.
You know how sick it is? Minus Man City, I can't say anyone else has got a solid 2 centre-backs.
Who?
I can't.
Who? Let me go through that's a good one still.
I can't.
That's a good... You may be onto something. I'm not going to lie.
Trust me, there's no one. No one's got 2 solid centre-backs.
You may be onto something. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at it here like City, of course. United, definitely not. Leicester,
Only shout where
Sionchu, Evans. Solid, but that's that.
That's the only one, Leicester.
Yeah.
That's
Look at West Ham's, Chelsea's.
That's still not. All right, then no. You know why it's not? Because I'd see them two and go. Yeah,
we can get at them.
We can get
at Sionchu and Evans.
I don't play Leicester and go.
Where we getting a goal?
Yeah, whoever's up for is in for it today. No. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I stand by it. No one has got 2 absolute, like, even, you have to think, even back in the day, you had like a Sol Campbell at Portsmouth and things like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everyone
I
had,
get what you're saying.
there was a certain level to centre-backs. Everyone had their own version of what a centre-back should be. Yeah. Everyone had their hard man centre-back there. You know what I mean? Even if it's a young, promising little fast one to go next to him or whatever, there's no, the art of defending.
Oh, it's in the bin.
Because you know what it is? Everyone has to be some sort of an attacker now. Even your goalkeeper has to be good with the ball.
Everyone got to play out there. Just defend first and foremost.
Yeah, man.
Just defend first and foremost. But where I want to switch lanes to is this result, because I actually enjoyed the game much more. West Ham 2, Tottenham 1. First and foremost, Jesse Lingard. Speaking of Dominic Calvert-Lewin having a new lease of life, that's someone who's got a new lease of life, showing what he can do. Banging goal. That goal was on his left foot as well. That's his weaker foot. Quality goal. Quality goal, even better celebration. I even a West Ham fan. I celebrated that like a West Ham fan because I'm just genuinely happy for Jesse Lingard, because the amount of stick that he got was so over the top. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not a Premier League player. Blah, blah, blah. Look at him now. 3 goals in 4 games. West Ham, 4th in the table.
And you're playing in a team that's trying to attack.
Mad. When you're playing in a team with attacking the 10. And that's David Moyes, a manager I don't rate. But David Moyes, one thing about him, when he was at Everton, he has a system and a way of playing. He suits at Everton. He suits at West Ham, David Moyes, where the pressure's not like that.
He suited Everton, but I actually think he suits West Ham more. Check that. I think West Ham are his new Everton. I think he's got what he had with Everton. He's probably thinking, I'm never going to get that again. He's probably sitting right now and thinking, you know what? This is the closest to Everton I've got. Every time I watch that Suchek, brother, I'm like, this is real for ladies. You know what I'm saying?
He is for lady.
No, Cresswell's moving like a Baines. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Cresswell is Baines.
You know what I'm saying?
They're literally the same stature. Yeah, they literally.
You get what I'm saying, bro? And then he always had
Antonio Lukaku.
You get what I mean?
That is mad, you know.
He's
Lingard Pina.
He's modelled it. Yes, this is what I'm saying, man.
That's mad, you know?
Get me? He's modelled it on that team.
Yo, Lingard is literally Pina, you know.
He's exactly.
That is
it's
mad.
The same player, bro. It's the same player.
Wow.
One thing I say he's not got, which he probably will try and get now, is like a Cahill. If he can add a Tim Cahill type of guy in there, it's a wrap.
He will. Rice is his Artel.
There you go. You get what I'm saying?
It's crazy that I'm even remembering this. I'm showing my age here, people. That is mad, though.
Kufal is that Hibbert guy. You know what I'm saying? Kufal is Hibbert. He's a tall Hibbert, fam. He's a tall Hibbert. You get what I'm saying? And that's not even a disrespect.
It's not.
Because I think that Kufal guy's he's a throwback.
Yeah,
he doesn't. You don't need to be all this razzle dazzle.
Yeah. Just do what it says on the tin as a right back.
You don't need to be like that.
Get
as
up
a
and down,
back.
defensively solid, off a width, and cross the ball into the box.
Yeah,
Suchek. He's 7'1".
I don't need you to do 20 assists. Why? Why do I need 20? Do you get what I'm saying? You don't need that, people.
This literally is a throwback. Fabianski is just Tim Howard.
Do you get what I'm saying, bro? It's that same team. Drop his Yobo. You get what I'm saying? Joseph Yobo. You get what I'm saying, Don? He's got it, bro. He's a rap. It's a wrap, fam.
He is, yo. This is literally
It's a wrap.
Everton's team, you know.
It's a wrap,
This
bro.
is Everton's team. I can't get over it. Yo, Diop is Joseph Yobo.
I just
yo.
can't think who Bowen is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Bowen,
saying?
it will come though. Someone
McFadden
say in
or
the
someone
comments.
like that, you know what I'm
Gary
saying?
McFadden.
You get what I'm saying? That's who Bowen is. James McFadden. You get what I'm saying?
McFadden. Right-footed McFadden, yeah? He's
He's got
he's
both.
left-footed.
Yeah,
He's
he's one of
both
them,
feet.
but he's left.
Oh,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Oh, man said, yo, Diop is Yobo. Yo.
You get what I'm saying?
I was trying to think, Yobo. Yo, this is bad.
He's not. So
This is the Everton model or
So
Joe
this is what I'm trying to say.
This is Everton.
see
yeah.
when.
Go on.
So you know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
come with a statement now, and it might be wild.
Yeah, go
Maybe
on.
there is life after for Ollie. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Right, go
Because
on.
if Moyes can, do you get what I'm saying?
You know,
Not saying that though, that's because Moyes has got a plan.
yeah, Moyes has a plan.
See that type of plan there, what he's trying to implement there.
That's a no disrespect to West Ham or Everton. That's a smaller team's plan. They're accepting of that. They're
Yes.
okay with that.
But do you know why though? It's a smaller team's plan. But if you look how it's being implemented, especially with the attacking players, when you look at how Bowen and say Lingard attack, it's more or less a 4-3-3. I'd say it's more attacking. You know what he's done? He's evolved it a bit with the times.
Yeah,
Because
because
I don't think that setup
yeah,
is
you know what
maybe
they are
that
though.
setup as you know when you're defending you have a
Yeah.
formation, and when you're attacking you have a different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think that is what he does when they're on the back foot. But when they're attacking, Lingard at times looks like he's the centre forward.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But if you look at that team, even so, you got Antonio, Lingard, Bowen, Formals. That's your front four. But Suachek gets forward as we've seen.
Yes, do you know what I'm saying?
Rice is a ball playing. He's not just a destroyer of a DM.
Yeah.
Cresswell and Kufel will get forward
Do you
as
know what
well.
I'm saying?
They're not. He can be rigid with it, but he's not always rigid
That's
with it.
what I'm trying to say.
Like they can switch it, and that's why it is with Moyes. But Moyes did this, like we spoke on with Everton. This is his Everton team.
Yeah.
He might have evolved it a bit, but that's the type of level. Like he's not gonna. Manchester United, the pressure's different, the expectations. He has no expectation at West Ham. Even if they fall off now and finish 8th, that's still a fantastic season.
Excellent.
Because they were relegation candidates before.
If he gets them any, obviously they're looking like
They could get some form of European football.
at the moment they're on the cusp of Champions League places and that. I don't think they're going to get that. But if he gets them in Europa League, I think
That's massive.
West Ham
And then you go and
in the
invest
Europa
again.
League. West Ham in the Europa League is a very big deal, I'd say.
For West Ham, yeah. Because
That's a
they're
very that for them as a club
massive.
will be massive.
Massive for them as a club.
You can say what? It's not too long ago they were relegation candidates a few years back. You know what I'm saying? So all credit to Moyes. All credit to Moyes.
Yeah, all credit to him. Oh yeah,
literally-
shout out Yancey in the comments too. You're a fan.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, like even when you look at these like Fornals, he's come from Villarreal. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So we all know what Lingard's done. Do you get what I'm saying?
Facts. And Lingard again, back to him. He's in a system that's there. Like that's set up for him to thrive there. With Rice and Suachek, Cresswell behind him. That's set up. He ain't no left winger like that.
No.
We've seen him on the left winger wing for us. He's
And why is
died.
that?
He's died.
Why is that? Because he's getting chalk on his boots. Do you get what I'm saying? This is what I keep trying to tell, man. When you play attacking players in the channels closer to the goal,
They might score more goals. Like
they might score more goals.
Like
if
he
they
did.
have to beat one man
Yeah.
or two instead of four, you know, it's a running bet. They're going to get more of an impact in
Yeah.
it.
That's
So
what it is.
even like look at, we'll get onto it later. If you look at the goal that Rashford scored yesterday, you know what I mean. That he should be getting that ball put through to him, and then he's doing a little trick and finishing.
Rather
No,
than-
but he's had to beat a man and then beat a man and then go. Do you
Yeah,
know
he's
what I'm
had to
saying?
beat the man twice. Yeah, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Which he does have in his locker, but imagine that first part was taken out. You just had to. You like you said, you didn't have to be a man. You're just getting a shot off.
Yeah.
But this comes back down to systems. But yeah, props to Moyes. They played well. I enjoyed the game because they went 2-0 up. Like I said, Lingard's banging goal. Loved the celebration as well. It was great. But on to Spurs. Because Spurs in the second half turned it on. Because I've heard Spurs fans speak about we don't have Mourinho more. We don't have the attacking players. Spurs play boring football. And I'm like, should Spurs play better football? And then I look at the attack. They had, at one point, they had Kane, Son, Mora, Dele Alli, and Bale all on the pitch at the same time. How are you suffering in attack with that five? How? Even with just Kane and Son is one. But now you've added Bale, Dele Alli, and Mora to that. And you took off Ndombele and Lamella.
And it's this guy, bro.
Oh, actually, no, they didn't even take off Ndombele, stayed on. That's mad.
So look,
So you have Ndombele. I look at the bench. You still got Bale who came off the bench, Ali who came off the bench, Sissoko's there also.
So here's the thing, though, yeah.
That is mad. And you've got Reguilon who's an attacking fullback.
He took him off.
That's mad. He was on a booking, so I understand why.
But you see that Tanganga there?
Yeah.
Right. So you're going into a match, yeah? So this shows me his mentality as a manager. You know?
Yeah, go on.
Honestly, this is why I think it's a bit worrying that he's still considered a top manager now. He's going into a match against West Ham. Don't get me wrong, they're flying, yeah? But you are supposed to impose yourself on another team. For me, playing a Tanganga is a centre-back. So you're playing a centre-back at right back to try and counter what the other team are doing. So I look at that and you've got Doherty on the bench. Yeah, he might have been a bit tired. But for me, you play Doherty and then what you try and do is win the game and you bring on Tanganga
to shore it up.
Right. Do you get what I'm saying? So that just shows how defensive he is. Because when you look at those players, what he brought on, I know sometimes you want to leave something on the bench. But if you're saying to me, Bale was that able as he was when he come off the bench, I start him over Lamelo. If you're saying to me, Doherty is on the bench, so what you're going to do, you're going to...
Because he ended up coming on as well.
Exactly. So you brought all these guys on. Why didn't they start? And this is what I'm trying to say. And then just how defensive he is. He's too defensive.
And the thing is, Spurs really should have got something from that game. They peppered the goal. They had the one that hit off Son, the accidental one, the clearance that then hit the post. Bale hit the bar. Kane had a few shots. Like, look, people talk about, negative. The stats don't lie in terms of this one. Let me get to it. 1 second. They had 20 shots. They had 20 shots. They had 70% possession of the ball.
Look at their shots on target, though.
4-on-4 with West Ham.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But they were more clinical. But that's what I'm saying is, if you can do this to West Ham, who are one of the better sides and informed sides in the Premier League, you can do this to Brighton and Fulham.
I didn't even see that one going, you know.
Yo, shout out to Melanie, because I was tweeting it literally before this and that. So I make sure I timestamp this and send this over to you. You get what I'm saying? Let me check this. Let me check the time, man. Well, you can't know, all jokes aside, 51 minutes in. You could do that to Brighton and Fulham at them, man. If you can do that to an informed West Ham, you were fourth.
Yeah.
You battered them.
This is what I'm trying to say.
And they did in terms of the second half, I'm saying. Like, once they went 2-0 up, it was all Spurs.
Yeah.
It was all Spurs, and then they bagged Mora, good corner from Bale, good header from Mora, and then Spurs
that
almost
was an excellent header.
Yeah, he got up like a centre back.
Yeah.
I was like, right. I had to double check and see who that was, the way he leaped up.
Yeah, I for the moment I did not know who that was. I was like, who's that? I expected that to be, like you said, that I was thinking that's either a centre back or a centre forward.
Like, no one else on the pitch has a right to be heading it like that.
Good delivery from Bale. Like I said, he looked a threat. He looked bright when he came on. And the thing is, you have so many options as Kane. So you're playing Son on the left. Then you've got Kane. You have Dele Alli in the 10, Bale, and Ndombele backing it up alongside Reguilon, who was playing, even though he got dragged off, playing left back. Like, you have so much attacking intent in that. Go for it.
See, like, he took off Reguilon, and he did kind of go for it because he had kind of like someone was on the left. I think it might have been Ali was on the left for a bit.
Yeah, like, he was just popping up.
Formation, but for me, you should have done that from early.
Why not just go for it?
Like, that, to me, that needs to be done from the start of the match. This is what I'm trying to say. His beginning mindset is too defensive. I don't care how good West Ham are playing. Are you telling me when he was originally first coming, he was Chelsea manager, there wasn't a team who shouldn't have been that high in the league, and they were? Of course there would have been, but guess what? He would have just burnt and battered them. Do you know what I mean?
You go for it.
It's a change in mentality. It's a big.
The mentality is all wrong.
He's very defensive.
Extremely.
When I'm watching him and people are saying things about the team, and I'm like as you always say, you can remove the names and insert Manchester United player names. So what man is saying what he's done to this player and this, and it's like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing. You will always get this from him. That's one thing what people don't get. You know, you will always get that from Mourinho.
Yes.
He will. From now on, I don't think he's never going to.
He's never going to go for it again.
No, he's not. He's not. I don't think he is.
And the thing is, if he didn't have the tools, I've said this, if his defense was stronger than his attack, I'd understand him being defensively sound. If your defense is better, because that's the strong part. Your defense is not the strongest part of your team. Look at the players I've just listed off.
He plays Eric Dyer at centre back. He's clearly not the strongest part of his team. You get what I'm saying? That's an actual choice from him. That's not you. You know what I'm saying? I heard someone say, he's doing it so the board realises he's not good enough and he gets someone next season. Why is he always doing that? Why has he always got beef with the board?
Yeah. Why is that not spoken about beforehand.
Do you get what I'm
Like, I
saying?
need this, and this, or I'm going because you're setting me up to not do my.
Yeah.
You're setting me up to fail. Because talks is, I've heard this. Shout out to my boy Slav, who like knows people on the inside of Spurs, and he was like, Jewish community, everyone talks. How he didn't want Bale. He wanted a centre back. Levy wanted Bale, which is mad if someone the caliber, and we know what Jose Mourinho's like, is getting dictated to by anybody. That's not Mourinho.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's not Mourinho. That's sad to see. Like, this is one of the greatest managers in the Premier League. Not now, but just in history.
He's going out very weak.
He's going out sad, man.
Sad, bro.
I hate to see it as a pure footballing fan. Just disregard what he did at Manchester United because I didn't like that. From a footballing fan perspective, I rate and respect success and talent. And that's something he had in abundance. So to see him go out, he doesn't even get mentioned in the same breath now as Klopp and Pep. People forget when he came to Manchester United, Pep went to City. That's what it was billed as.
That was billed as.
That was billed as.
It was them again.
That was the rumble in the jungle.
Yeah.
That was the big one.
Got knocked the out.
He was gone. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, he's now not even in the conversation of him. So it's Klopp and Pep, but he's not even in the conversation underneath that. You're not with Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? You're not with people talking about, even though he's been beat 9-0 twice, Hasselhüttl.
Yeah.
Hassan Hooter.
Hooters is getting more of a shout this season.
As Saeed calls him, so that's why I call him Hassan Hooter.
Like
shout out Saeed, innit? Hooters does. And he's been beat 9-0 twice. Like, people are talking about him, you're Graham Potters.
You know what I'm saying? Man's not talking. No, you know what it is?
You don't get mentioned.
He needs to. One thing he needs to realize as well is you've in your last. Why am I speaking like that? Like I speak. In your last two jobs, you've literally put two of the biggest teams in the history of this country in the mud. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've literally left them. You've basically walked in and left these clubs homeless, fam. You've just destroyed everything what the clubs were about. You've literally like ripped the heart and soul out of players and that. You've had players who like absolute worldies, you know what I'm saying? And you've turned them, you've just, you know what I'm saying? You've messed players up. You've stalled careers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stalled.
You cost Martial, as much as my mother thought, you cost Martial a World Cup medal, fam. You know what I'm saying? Let's be totally real.
Yeah, he probably makes the squad, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. He was in it. He was in it before you started all your madness. So yeah, it's where I'm looking at it now with Mourinho is, has he got enough for them next season? Because I think now a lot of the fans,
it's over, man. Honeymoon period done
in it.
Over.
You know what it is? They went on honeymoon. They went on honeymoon to an expensive holiday, and this guy argued the first night in the hotel. This is what this guy has done. You know what I'm saying? The flight was nice. You know what I'm saying? Everything was nice. When it's come to business now, this guy's just ruined it. You get what I'm saying?
He just ruined it. Yeah, I'm saying.
I don't think he. There's something about when I see Mourinho nowadays, and it's kind of like, it's like the effort's not there. It's like the life sucked out of him.
Yeah, the sparkle's gone.
I see at United, and then don't remember he was on TV and he looks so happy again. You know what I'm saying?
Because he's lost his sparkle. That's why. Because you know what it is. What you're doing isn't working anymore, and he refuses to change.
He's just getting into bad relationships.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He is getting into bad relationships after, and it's like, relationships ain't for you, my guy.
Yeah, you just need to
relax.
be single. Fam.
You just need to be single and chill out.
You just need to be a free agent.
Yes,
that's what you actually
you need to chill. Like, they're not for you.
Talk about the football on telly all you want, fam.
I'd like to see you that, because I don't like seeing you miserable. Even though it does make for great TV, I'm not gonna lie. He's entertaining.
We've said this a million times on the show. We need to see him now. As much as I doubt certain teams would take him, I need to see him in an international manager capacity.
You know, similar, we was talking about Moyes at West Ham. That's now Mourinho at international level. Not one of the big international countries. A smaller international country is taking a Mourinho.
Bro, like I said, I'm telling you right now.
What, like a Uruguay?
Uruguay.
Yes.
Screams Mourinho.
Yeah,
them,
definitely.
Chile, all them
South American teams that are not Brazil and Argentina, they're more physical.
All them Colombian
ones.
You know, them man
there. Colombian.
You know, Colombian. You know what I'm saying? All them man there. He needs to go on. You know what I'm saying? There might be someone stiff in Europe who I'm not thinking, but I just think because of his experiences with a lot of the European players, don't get me wrong, he will have them same experiences with some South American players, but he's predominantly he's always managed in Europe, hasn't he? Yeah. So there will be a. I think if he doesn't do it now at Tottenham, the stigma what he has then is like,
it's done. He has to go to international football, because I think, one, the style he plays suits international football to win a tournament, that pragmatic style. Two, he's not with the players long enough to fall out with him. He's only with them for a 2-3 week period. Don't get me wrong, he'll fall out with someone, but what I'm saying is that there's not long enough for him to fall out with 5 or 6.
You don't know, because this guy always falls out with like the biggest guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, then Dele Alli, before
Dele Alli is a big Tottenham player, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
United, Pogba, big player in the in the whole dressing room.
Yes. And
So,
then you come in and fall out with him.
That affects what you have. It's like, all right then. It's like when you see a friendship group. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If someone new tries to come into this friendship group, but they fall out instantly with the most popular person in that group, everyone else is probably going to turn around and like, nah, see you later.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what he does.
Yes.
He goes in, tries to establish authority, and alienates himself.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
And the thing is, that used to work years ago, where it doesn't work now, and that's what I'm talking about in adapting and changing your style. You're dealing with different people now.
Look at Ancelotti, bro. This guy's managed all of them, bro. Everyone. This guy's managed everyone, bro.
And you never really hear about him falling out with players.
Do you know why? Because
even if he does, it's probably kept under wraps.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's done old school, professional.
Yes.
He probably falls out with a man face to face.
Yeah.
Me and you in here, no one else knows.
And then, they go.
You know
That's what I was
saying?
going to say. They go to his office. He's got his bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we've seen when they beat Spurs.
Get me?
And he's just
Cool.
calm. He's just cool. He's probably like that. Probably Italian.
He does look like that.
Italian-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he spoke English, he'd just be like, yeah. Okay, you do that. You know what I'm saying? But and you go over there. He just seems like one of them guys.
He seems very
he seems like one of them. To make him angry, you've done something really bad.
Like, if you hear Carlo Ancelotti is wilding out, you know the person's done something really
It's like when Pickford did that, and I seen was it?
Yeah, he spoke to it. Was it
Van
Duncan?
Dijk?
Yeah.
And he spoke to someone, and I don't know if he forgot where he was, but it was just straight Italian fire.
I remember you saying it.
You're just going nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
And you said that's the day that Pickford went down.
Yeah, that's the day we got that other goalkeeper, and he turned out to be Pickford point two. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to say. You see, with a lot of these managers now, for me, even his style of play now, even it's not just him as a person. Like, that's a very attacking team. Tottenham is a very attacking team. Like, look, you've got. Don't get me wrong. He's had Harry Kane and he's had him firing this season, but you've got Kane, you've got Bale, you've got Ali, you've got this, you've got more than West Ham.
Definitely have more
Do you
than
know
West
what I'm
Ham.
saying?
Without
I
question.
even said this to him in terms of the bench.
You got as much as Leicester, arguably more.
I even said, like, the difference in quality, the drop off in quality from Liverpool starters to Liverpool's bench is astronomical.
That's a very
The drop off in quality from Spurs' bench is not very much at all.
Yeah,
so you could argue in terms of Liverpool have got a better team, but in terms of options from the bench, you've got more.
Yep.
So you know what I mean? You've had a window, but you've brought in quite a few players.
Yeah.
Whether you wanted them or not, do you get what I'm saying? So a lot of this has got to be down to Mourinho, because his style of play is. You know what? The one thing I think.
Go on.
I always think.
Go on, get it off your chest.
No, because I always think like, oh, he's bare defensive, but then I think, oh yeah, it's just what he knows. But then I think, no, he wasn't this defensive. Like, as much as he was defensive, he wasn't. His starting thing was not defense.
Yeah, he wasn't
He
part
would
of the
actually
bus.
attack you for a bit.
Yeah, he'd get a goal in front and then he'd part.
Then
the
he'd
bus.
do you get what I'm saying? It's like from the start now. It's defend. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's defend, and it's like he just throws out a jab every now and again. You know what I'm saying?
He jab, hold. I've said this. He is literally jab, hold.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Let's win on points.
Yeah.
In the most boring.
I'm telling you, if you could win a league, with draws, if draws are worth more, this guy.
Oh, that's his style all down to
saying?
the T. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's where I just want to go on Mourinho.
Yeah. Well, moving on to this game, Manchester City win again, 1-0 away at Arsenal. Pretty much rolled them over. Somehow Raheem Sterling scoring headers in the box. Mora, Sterling, what is going on?
You know what?
And people telling me the art of defending is alive. I don't see it.
Is it heck, bro?
I don't
These
see
man
it.
don't get them headers. You know what that reminded me of, though, when I seen Sterling through the air. I'm not even going to lie. It reminded me of that Messi when he did that to us in the Champions League final.
Jeez, yeah, I remember.
You know that where
he was just
some little guy in there.
Yeah, just in the air for time.
Yo, I was watching it and I was like, and I remember seeing Sterling's movement and I thought, that's good movement, that motherfucker. You're not going to get your head on it, are you?
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? And he leaped, bro. But for me, that's shocking, from a defensive aspect.
Holdini, as Lauren likes to call him.
Holding should have held him. You know what I'm saying?
Should have helped him.
You should have held him and stopped him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you should have.
Got to be closer to him. As much as his movement's good, he's not even a natural centre forward.
Yeah, because they had Bernardo Silva in the false nine, Mahrez and Sterling each side. Gundogan, Fernandinho, De Bruyne, obviously coming back from injury, as was Gundogan as well. And it showed. It showed that Gundogan and De Bruyne were unsung, and that's why they didn't batter Arsenal. But there was a level of, I did a watch along for this. There was a level of comfort.
Yeah. There was
a level of comfort throughout the whole. Arsenal had one shot on target.
That wasn't a nervy 1-0.
No, it wasn't.
Like, I even remember watching it for a bit, and I actually thought,
can Arsenal do something here?
Not even that. I actually thought, oh yeah, it's like 2-0 or something. I was like, nah, it's 1-0. Like, yo, these men are chilling.
It's a level of. It's like someone said it. It was like a training game.
Yeah.
To give you that training match vibes.
Well, this is what I'm saying in terms of system. That's what you've seen. It's like I remember I seen once at one point. Yeah, they literally had Diaz. Yeah, check this. They had Diaz on the halfway line. Yeah, or just on the other side of the centre circle in his half, and everyone was arrowed. So he had no one level with him. They were in a next type of shape,
which allowed Zinchenko then moved into like midfield. Stones moved into midfield. Cancelo was on the wing.
Yeah.
Sterling pulled out to the wing on the other side, and you can just see there's a way of playing.
It's drilled. That's drilled. That's
like,
taught.
They know do you know the amount of what I call them psychic passes?
Yeah.
Where you're playing in a system that's so good, and you literally just you don't even look. You don't need to check my man's there. You know he's there.
Facts.
So these men are just passing, and it's not even no look passing like they're trying to do skill. They just know that person's going to be there.
Yeah.
One of them where you just turn and boom. You know what I mean? And it's going right to the person, and it's like when I watch them, it's almost like you said. It's almost like a training exercise because they're so regimented. They're so
drilled, man. It's like an army.
Yeah,
like everybody is psychic passes. Everybody before I get the ball, I know what I need to do with the ball, and I know where everybody's going to be.
Yeah.
We say this all the time. How many times, even though Sterling got a header, do we see him at the back post, but that's along the ground?
All right, check this. I'll put it to you
Happens
like this.
all the time.
Check this. My son went like this. He ran in. I missed that first goal. And then, but I rewound it back. So, because I like to just watch. I'm fast like that. I can't miss it. I hear what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
So then, he's gone, who scored? And he went, Sterling. I said, what? De Bruyne, cross. He went, are you watching it on your phone? I said, nah.
Just guessed.
I said, I know.
Just guessed.
I said, that's the way it is, isn't it?
Just guessed.
You get what I'm saying?
You already know.
And he's like, yo. And then all of a sudden coming like, yeah, I said the same.
Yeah.
The older ones on it, like he watches football, like, and he reads and he's like, they did that same goal again.
The same goal again. You just replace the opposition shirt.
Yeah.
Or if City are playing in the home kit or the away kit or the third kit. Literally, that's it. You know
I'm telling you right now, City could fake, winning the league for the next however many years, because man could just play them same goals.
The same goals.
Yeah, they just change the kits and that. Yeah, man won't bat an eyelid. If you've seen De Bruyne do the same goal to Sterling 7 times in the Premier League years, you won't bat an eyelid. Could be the exact same match.
But you're like,
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Like you said, you knew Sterling scored. Yeah, with De Bruyne across.
Literally told me Sterling scored. Sterling scored in the box. So
De Bruyne across.
He looked at me like, oh
like
my
you're
God.
psychic.
Yeah, I was thinking, yo, like man's got some Mystic Meg vibes. I was like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not some psychic football god, but I know that's how they play.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like Jesus came on.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is the difference between Liverpool's team and City's team.
The bench.
They bring off De Bruyne.
Not even that, it's not even the quality on the bench. It's what happens when these players come off. They bring off De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Jesus comes on, he goes front. Silva then slots into De Bruyne's position.
Yeah.
They play exactly the same.
Yeah.
Even though the guy who's coming to the other person's position is different footed.
Yeah.
They still play the same.
Silva could still. I see Mahrez do it when they play 20 in the FA Cup, do them same passes along the box for Sterling to get tapped in.
Do you get what I'm saying?
They got caught out, but it's the same scenario.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's the exactly. That's why
it's the same plan.
That's why I'm not hearing, so and so's injured. I'm telling you right now.
The plan don't change if certain soldiers are missing.
No, it doesn't.
The mission is still the same.
Exactly. Look, you could look. All right then. They've got Zinchenko playing left back.
Who's not a left back.
For me, he's not a left back, and I've made a joke of it many a times, but this is where Pep's a genius. He knows this guy is not a left back.
Yeah.
But he's left-footed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's very athletic. He's got the stamina. He's also got a very good footballing brain, I think, that kid has, Zinchenko. So what he does is he moves him, when they're on the ball, he moves him into midfield.
Yeah, he moves in centrally.
Do you get what I'm saying?
The underlapping fullbacks.
Yeah. And then so man's just, so it's mad because you've now got an extra man in midfield.
Yeah.
And then it's just, his game is natural.
Yeah, I get
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because he doesn't really even do a lot of like overlapping and stuff like that. If he needs to, he can do. But he'll get it up to Sterling, and then Sterling will do the wing. Do you get what I'm saying? But this is what I'm trying to say. It's not always about, this person's missing, that person's missing. They've got arguably one of the greatest goal scorers in Premier League history. Yeah.
Who's missing? I'm
telling you right now, if Liverpool had Salah missing for a full season. No, well, yeah, I'll say a full season.
140 minutes. You said he's played.
147
so it's pretty much a whole
minutes.
Season, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not even 2 full matches.
Yeah, that's
and
mad.
that means, and what that is as well, that's not even 2 appearances he's made. That's how sporadic his appearances. That's over an amount of games.
Yeah,
so you can see he's not even really played. If Liverpool had
he's on
Salah
bench yesterday and he didn't even get on.
there you go.
That's mad.
Come on, man. Like, really deep that. You've got Aguero on the bench. You don't even need to bring him on. You know what I'm saying? A side note as well, I've heard he's actually leaving, you know.
I've heard this too that he's leaving. He's on his way
On a
out.
free.
Someone's going to pick him up.
You know what I was
Caliber.
thinking?
Who?
If he goes back to Atletico. I can't rule that out.
Can't rule that out.
Him and Suarez. Him, Suarez, and
You know what I thought?
and João Felix.
You know what I thought? PSG.
Oh, yeah, screams PSG.
PSG.
Because they need a centre forward.
Aguero up top with Mbappe and Neymar either side.
Oh, my God. Poch is Argentinian.
Oh, jeez. We just put that together, innit?
It's a wrap, you know?
It's a wrap if they do that. Poch is Argentinian.
Poch is Argentinian, fam. It's a wrap.
Poch is Argentinian.
Just give him a quick phone call. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got Verratti there as well to back that up. Interesting to see what Poch wants to do with that PSG.
Apparently,
he's
he's in for Ramos as well.
Yeah.
PSG are in for Ramos.
Makes sense. They want that Thiago Silva-esque replacement. He's trying to get over the line in the Champions League. Makes
Do
sense.
you get what I'm saying?
If
So
they
then-
only have Ramos and Aguero, makes sense.
On freeze.
Great business.
Wow.
Great business.
No matter what you pay them, it works.
Yeah, it's great business.
Yeah, I can't see you not getting your money's worth out of them too.
Oh, definitely not.
Do you get what I mean?
These are two players minus Aguero who's not won the Champions League, who won everything.
Yes.
Experience coming into already very talented side.
And then this is why I'm worried about these as well.
You Manchester City?
Yes.
Why I go on?
I'm very worried.
Because if you then, who do they then go and get a replacement? Imagine they go and get a top replacement for Aguero.
Well, here's the thing. I think even though they've got Foden, I think he'll probably go and replace David Silva.
Yeah.
And I think he then replaces Aguero. I think if you look at their team now, he might even, you know, as well, they're talking about that Douglas Luiz from Villa. Apparently he's got a buyback. Apparently City are seriously looking into that because of Fernandinho's age as well.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
They do need a holding
But one thing I will say, he was immense.
Yeah, he was quality.
Like, when you think of how old he is and the role he's doing, I don't want to hear... You know what, though? I will say this.
Go on.
In terms of football nowadays, it seems as if age is really just a number now in terms of when these players get to, like, 35. If you look at some of the players back in the day who retired, like, between 31 and 35, you wouldn't believe it.
That's true. Big up Malcolm as well in the chat.
Yeah, shout out Malcolm. But that's what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of players nowadays. They seem to be able to just go for a lot longer, and he's a very prime example.
Yeah, maybe it's the sports science and things of that nature.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. All of that. Remember,
looking
like,
after your body,
Giggsy was a big thing of that back in the day, innit?
yoga, all that type of stuff.
That's what even Ronaldo said. He kind of put him onto it. Well, he not even put him on. He watched him,
and that's why he's still going now at 36.
That's what I'm saying.
Still at 36
at that level as well. Look at Zlatan. He's what? How old?
Yeah, and he's still going
kung fu kicking all the time and doing all these. You know what I'm saying? He's very fit. So I think you know what it is. I think footballers actually take it more seriously now. The older years. Right. I think a lot of players back in the day, it was like,
yeah, and let me just retire. Yeah,
let me just chill. Let me just go to this club and pick up some wages for a few years. But I think a lot of these footballers are now thinking, you know what, I can actually have a big career after 30. Because if you look at, someone even said this, someone said it to me, the amount of goals Ronaldo scored after his 30.
Yeah, he scored a lot of goals after.
Something stupid, something's
after
done like 200, 300 goals.
Something like that.
And I was like, after 30? Like, yo, bro, that's mad. Because when you think of a striker after 30, you're probably even a top striker, you're saying, give me 10 goals. Because I know you're not yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're not yourself anymore.
Yeah, give me 10 goals a season, throw in a few assists. Yo, I'm happy with that. You know what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying. But moving on to this result, Southampton won, Chelsea won. Stumbling block, I would say, for Thomas Tuchel, because he's been on a roll with Chelsea. They would have expected to have won that. Southampton, the worst informed team, I think, in the league. They'd lost their previous 5, I believe so. So it's a great point for them. And Thomas Tuchel, what I want to speak on before we actually speak, subbing on Callum Hudson-Odoi, then taking off Callum Hudson-Odoi. And what he said, so he subbed the sub. He wasn't happy with his attitude, energy, and pressing. What are your thoughts on that, JV?
My thoughts on that are, I think that's his right as a manager to ask for that.
Yeah.
And I think if that's not being implemented, one thing I will say, if this happens to him, to Hudson-Odoi, like, I don't know, 2 years into Tuchel's reign, I might look into it a bit more.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird. It's a bit shady. But I'd just say, your new guy's coming. He's asking this from you. You know what you've got to do. And you see, when someone new comes in, you know you've got to impress.
Yes, definitely.
So if you're not doing that and this happens to you, take it as a lesson, innit? Take it as a lesson. He's obviously going to play a certain way. You're not... See, one thing Hudson-Odoi might struggle with is... See, when you're so young, you're probably not used to dealing with having so many different types of managers and manager styles. And
true,
he's played.
Managers expecting different things.
Yeah,
from you.
like what is this? Not his like fourth manager that's managed him at Chelsea now. Sure, it must be
something mad like that.
You know, yes, yeah, I'm sure he was there for Conte. Sorry, Lampard. Yeah, I think it is.
He was there for Sarri. You're right. Still,
I think he might even have been there for Conte.
That's mad.
I think he might even have been there. Not. You know, like my man made his debut for us last night.
Yeah,
I think he was one of that. I think he made his debut like that. I don't know if he was.
Yeah, when it's attitude, that's what it is, though. That's the damning thing about it, is it's not an ability thing. When you're talking about somebody's attitude and somebody's pressing, that's a mentality thing. That's what that is.
How much of that did he need to let everyone know, though? Not happy with his
attitude. It was not the game plan. I was not happy with his attitude against the ball. He forgot the counter-pressing situation sometimes. We talked about how he expected his energy, work rate, and strive from the game. I trust him a lot. I think he's played every match, but today I was not happy. I had the feeling he could not help and he did not accept the intensity that is needed. I took this decision. It's a hard decision today, but tomorrow is forgotten.
You know what? But that's a good point there. Someone even says that's a bit harsh because you just had Neymar. Do you know what I mean? And this guy didn't do that.
He didn't talk to Neymar like that. This was on the Talksport website. Tony Casarino, who said that it's a 20-year-old lad he substituted to make an example of. I'm not so comfortable with it because I didn't see much wrong in what he'd done. That being said, it's Tuchel's right. Tuchel's asking for something and he's not delivered. The only thing I'm against with that is I'd say publicly you shouldn't really... You publicly shouldn't downplay your players.
Don't go into it.
Just say we spoke about it, we dealt with it privately.
No, not even that. You just, lie.
Yeah.
Lie. Oh, he felt a little something in his fire, he'll be fine. Lie. You think
you can do that?
A good manager protects his players at all costs.
He said,
I think that's a new thing nowadays where, like, I've seen a lot of really great managers,
protect their players.
Yeah, and I can't remember, I really can't remember too many of them going at players in the public.
Because it's wrong.
Like, even I've seen people do interviews and, managers will be like, well, it's none of your business.
Yeah. Yeah, players.
You know what I'm saying?
That. Yeah,
it was my decision as a manager.
Yes.
I took that decision. You know what I mean? So they're taking it on them.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And then that just leaves you to speculate. Oh,
great goal.
Like something.
Great goal by Minamino.
Yeah. He's working hard for his transfer to Liverpool, isn't it? You know what I mean? Southampton guy doing well. There's only one place to go in.
That's a great goal, man. Sat Aspilicueta and Mendy.
But here's the thing again. That's, to me, because I've always seen him at Liverpool and I thought, he doesn't look right on the wing. So what's that telling you again? That's a similar to Lingard type of thing, that, You're playing him closer to goal. You're playing him in a more natural position. He looks like a 10. No one is like a 10 or behind the striker.
Yeah.
He's not quite a striker, but him in this formation how he's playing, either off the left, but it's a different off the left because you're interchanging with the other guy. Look, so even though he's on the left there, he can interchange with Redmond at any time.
I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's
Redmond,
an attacking
it's not a 4-4-2 like that. That's like rigid. I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
He's picking up a central area like he did for the goal.
Do you get what I'm saying? And Redmond happened to be on the left. Very good finish. So I think that might even be a transitional thing.
That was a penalty as well. Stupid from Ings. That silly tackle. It's a silly tackle. Silly.
You know what though? I seen this with just pause it a sec. I seen this with United playing yesterday, and I'm like, from when since a man got centre backs like centre forwards properly tackling, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have it's called a forwards tackle for a reason, a striker's tackle. You get what I'm saying? You don't have.
Yeah, it was was there a free kick? Yeah, it was a free kick. I'm guessing. Let me just reel this back. That's why he's in the box in that situation. Oh no, it's from. Yeah, I think it was a corner. Yeah, it was a corner. That's what it was.
Even still, you kind of have him like on the edge then, because you've kind of got to have them.
You know what attackers are going to do.
Yeah, they can't tackle in it. You know what I'm saying? It's simple, bro. Like more time. You know what happens with a lot of strikers when they tackle? No. They haven't injured the other guy. More time, they injure themselves. They're not even used to doing that.
I get what you're saying.
As much as when man play football, you tackle and that.
timing of tackle. That's what it is. They've not got the only player I know who was a striker and had that, like 2 players. Drogba was very good at that.
Yeah,
and so was Rooney.
Good.
Rooney was very good at tackling like on the ground.
Yes.
Rooney could tackle like a centre back.
Yeah.
And Drogba could defend a corner like a centre back.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Attack the ball.
Yeah. But they've got those attributes.
Yeah.
You know what? Even a great player, Dion Dublin, he was like that. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why he probably ended up playing centre back at the end of his career.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm not in with this having you centre back. I know you want to get everyone back, but have him like somewhere where he can break forward and score a goal. For me, him in the 6-yard box is a nightmare. Because if I was playing football and I see the opposition striker is about to defend me, I'm going to run at him, you know.
Of course.
And I'll probably even try a little skill because I know he's going to take me out.
He might dive in,
Yeah, he's going to dive in.
Well, definitely, without question.
James
James, yeah, pointing that over the bar there. But now you have a very valid point. But yeah, Tuchel with Hudson-Odoi, like you said, he's probably stamping his authority. And to say you're not happy with his energy and his counter pressing, obviously I've not seen it slow down in the in-game bits where he's not done that. But I'm guessing Tuchel is like, right, this is what I want from you because it's my job, it's my name that's on the line if you don't do what I asked for you to do. Like Tony Cascarino said that I didn't ask Neymar to do that because he doesn't have that type of authority with a Neymar, unfortunately, for him.
Now, you know what it is though with a Neymar as well? It's not actually going to be beneficial.
Yeah, him counter-pressing and energy because he did say that. That's a good attribute for him, yeah. And you're not Neymar. As bad as it is, you shouldn't cherry pick and things of that nature. There's certain things I'm not going to ask of my star players that I would ask of other players because I know it's not going to benefit him. You're right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he is one thing I would say as well though, about that match. Chelsea did look a bit dry. They looked a bit like
they have all season. Even under Lampard, they struggled in Tuchel's defense. That he's struggling simply because with Tuchel, that's not his team.
Like, you know, when I look at him and I look at Mount and I'm like,
because they don't really have any goal. Look at it in the Premier League. You've got Abraham, not a prolific goal scorer. Werner in the Premier League, not a prolific goal scorer. Mount, who's probably the highest goal scorer, is not a prolific goal scorer.
But here's the thing: Mount is the worrying thing for me.
Yeah, go on.
That Mount is their most creative player.
Yeah, you got Ziyech, Havertz. Talks is that because he wants to play the back three. Ziyech's on his way out because he doesn't really fit the system. Neither of those are prolific goal scorers. You've only really got Giroud.
I ain't gonna lie, if they get rid of if Ziyech goes and they keep Havertz, that's a nightmare. I'm not saying you should get rid of Havertz, but that's if anything, Ziyech is probably one of those transfers that I would have when you first bought them, I would have said, right, he's ready to go. Yeah, he's ready to go now. He doesn't need a bedding in or whatever. Yeah. Fair enough, he's had quite a few injuries. I will say that he has had he's been injured about 3 or 4 times since joining Chelsea. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but for me, like I said, he's 27. He's in his prime. I
thought he was gonna hit the ground running.
Yeah, I was more worried about him than anyone. Yeah. When I seen they got Ziyech, I was like, that's a big signing. Yeah. That could have been like a signature signing for the next few years. So, yeah, I just think they need a bit of creativity. I know they got Havertz to thingy, but I think they need to go and do the old Chelsea model and buy just proven.
Just buy players that are proven. I hear that. But it depends on how Tuchel wants to go because I've said this, the back three for them works. So now once he gets to Palace or a goal up against Brighton as well, once he gets his team, then we'll know. Once he gets his players.
Here's the thing though. If that back thingy works for them now, you really have to say that's their starting formation now because that's the formation that's one of the most trophies in the recent years. Sarri employed it. Conte employed it. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
So, and I think that might be because they've not actually got the creativity.
Maybe.
So it has to be a bit more.
But then you signed Havertz and Ziyech to do that. But obviously, that's why Lampard was sacked.
That's why I think it's a nightmare for him because with Havertz, because you've now, if you get rid of Ziyech, the pressure now grows on Havertz.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Unless they go and get somebody else in. That's what it is.
Do you know what? They could. But you know the fact that they signed my man for 40 mil and got a bargain and he's been injured, you can't now go to say someone give me 60 mil. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to have to be for them a case of seeing what's out there
and having a look. I think Tuchel would, again, this would have been spoke about once he's having initial conversations with the Chelsea board. Like, all right, I've got this. I'm going to take a look at these players, but I need this, this, and this. And then he's going to go from there. That's what I'm guessing with Tuchel. But moving on anyway, Manchester United 3, Newcastle won. There isn't really much to talk about in regards to this game. United won. Individual brilliance again. Very good goal by Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes back. JV's boy, Dan James, on the score sheet again. You know what I'm saying? 2 times in a row, fam. 2 games in a row.
Nah, you know what? I said this. I said
2 games in a row.
I'll give him his credit, but what I don't want to see is like people like, oh, you know,
he's back.
Yeah, because there's no. Man can't even say he's back because there's no back for him to be back from. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do something to be back from in the first place, but good on him. You know what I mean? Hopefully this is...
It kicks on so he can be effective towards the end of the season.
One thing I will say though is I need to see him like create chances.
Yeah.
I know he's got an assist for that one the other night, but that bounced off him. You know what I mean?
Oh, the miscontrol assist.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
World class, fam.
You know what I'm saying?
World class.
He didn't like. Don't get me wrong. I seen 1 or 2 crosses from him. What he tried, and I was like, yes, I like that. He tried to just get it in.
Yes.
Like I'll have that because it's something you can build on. You can improve. You know what I'm saying? If you're at least providing, I can get that. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're at least being which he was actually, I'll say he was a threat, not in terms of his running, but I'd say positionally, he held his width quite good for us.
Okay, so you like that?
I liked that he held his width. Good. You know what I mean? Because I liked that he was an option. He gave us an option. Maybe when he got the ball, he was nowhere near as effective as I would have wanted him to be. Right. But he was at least trying. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with people trying. So hopefully this is something that and one sec though, I think this might be hopefully what we see now is a Telles and Van de Beek effect with him. Because I think he's probably seen them 2 kids. Ahmad and that short tire.
And how these men getting ahead of me?
Yeah.
How they playing ahead of me?
No, you know what I'm saying? Like now, even like he's clocked there's an injury crisis.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's probably thinking, this is me now. Yeah. And then just seeing these 2 men walking up, like, oh, there's that brother, man. 37 mil. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's that kid from the reserves who's just megging up, man, every training. Jeez. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully them 2 man have that effect, which has been seen this season on Van de Beek.
Yeah.
I mean, seen on, from Van de Beek, the effect he's had in training, which has seen our midfield improve, I'd say, this season in terms of Pogba being so effective. One side note I say is look at the games. Pogba's not been out and we've started struggling again. People, that's gone over a lot of people's heads.
Hey, don't
intentionally.
If you speak, you be in big trouble.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. I'm in big trouble. You get me?
So keeping Bruno and them man on the toes. You know what I'm saying? Tellers keeping Shaw on the toes. Hopefully these 2 kids keep James on his toes because he will be thinking. And I even said this, I can't remember if I just said it in conversation or I've said it on a previous show. He will be looking at them like literally, this guy costs 37 million.
So like, he can potentially take my share.
Yeah, no, it's not even that he can. Like he's cost 37 mil and he plays in my position. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dan James must look at even though he wants to be a left winger, he pretty much knows. Yeah, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that.
Rashford's there.
Rashford's there. If Rashford gets injured, they're probably going to put Martial there. He probably knows I'm not getting that gig. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Right wing, you know what I'm saying? Look, even like you have to think Greenwood as well.
Greenwood can play right wing too.
Do you get what I mean? So he's got to book up his ideas, and I think he is doing that in these past 2 games. But for me, it has to be consistent now, and I don't want you to just do 4 games a season like you did that first season we bought. You like your first 4 games were amazing.
Oh yeah, we thought we had a baller.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
and he just fell right off. But obviously there was reasons to why he fell off. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. When you do hear about those things, it is understandable. But I would like to think that he does look a little bit like something's clicked. I won't say like he's a baller now, but I think he kind of knows what he needs to do, if that makes sense. Before I don't think he knew what he needed to do. I think now he knows he needs to play a certain level to ensure he stays in that team.
Okay.
Because I've always said this about the right wing. That's the one position in our team that's up for grabs. That is absolutely up for grabs.
The right wing, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like there's you can say,
yes, definitely that.
Like
yes,
you can't even centre mid. You can't even say a centre mid position is regular because Pogba might play there one time, Fred might play there, McTominay might play there. Do you get what I mean?
Options, yeah.
But with the right wing, if someone can nail that down, that's theirs. someone could come to us and have that for years.
Yeah.
Like if we, that's why people are clamoring for a Sancho, because if he
comes, it's a wrap. That's what
if
exactly
we get,
what we need.
he's gonna play every week.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? For the
foreseeable.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? That's why I think even that Ahmad and whoever's in the picture for that right wing, Greenwood, even though I want to see Greenwood as a centre forward, but it's gonna have to be somewhere where these players are fighting for. Because you know what, if I was even Martial, I'd be looking at that like, you know what, let me try a thing. I actually would. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then if he does, don't be surprised if he nails down that right wing position. Don't be surprised though if he did, and you would see the old school wing switches in match. Him and Rashford just switching. You know, drawing a match.
I'm with that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Something different. Yes.
Just to confuse it. That's an old school thing. Right. Just to confuse. Do you know what I mean? So going forward, I've always said that the quality is very high. My big problem yesterday was the defense, and I honestly think against a better team, we could have
Maguire and Lindelof. Both, I'm done with them both. I've done my very best to defend Maguire. Done my best to defend Lindelof at times. This keeper, I was done with at the start of this season anyway. I said, I don't care who's the number one as long as it's not him. We came back. He played well, but now he's starting to make mistakes again. Even for the Maguire one, Maguire's got a free header in the 6-yard box. Keeper, come and catch it.
Yeah.
Just come and catch it. Why are you a goal line goalkeeper? Come and catch the ball.
You see what it is with him? You know, because he's not... You see what it is when you're a goalkeeper in England, or not just England. I don't know if it's in Spain, but it seems they're very weak in terms of the goalkeepers. Like, physically, it's not... You don't get that in La Liga, do you? You don't get Calvert-Lewin's trying to smash into you. And even the centre-backs over there, they're quite calm. They're not... Right.
Yes.
Probably only... You know what I mean? It's not Ramos and Pepe days. You know what I'm saying? Ramos is probably chilled off. He's probably don't want to smash man all the time. You know what I'm saying? At corners and all that. It seems very relaxed, even from like if you was to be playing street football over there. Yeah. Like a goalkeeper over here, you know what it is from you're playing as a kid. You know it's rough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know it's, and I almost feel like that's just something he's never gonna fully take on board. I think there'll be times where he might.
But what's mad is he had his moment. He had them world-class moments that for us where he was like he was player of the season for like 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
And then that was him unplayable. Undoubted best goalkeeper in Europe. There was never a dispute. But to see him fall off like this is mad. And that's the issue. I don't think it's a technical issue. I think it's a mentality issue.
Yeah, I do.
Similar to Tuchel with Hudson-Odoi, where he's saying it's not a technical. If it was technical and his shot stopping went to pot, I'd be like, right, that's just concentration.
It's like, all right, then look at them two shots yesterday. He had 2 mad shots and he pulled off worldies. Yeah. And I was actually sat there and I went, as much as people are saying put Henderson in, they're in with Henderson.
Oh yeah, I know you're not a fan of Henderson. You said this.
No, it's not even that I'm not a fan, but I just don't.
You don't think he pulls off them worldies? Yeah,
you know what you're getting with De Gea. So for me, if you let De Gea go, you have to get in someone who is old school De Gea level. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no point.
Very tough to find.
There's no point in dropping that far down because there's no point in dropping down to just potential. Because for me, then you might as well actually keep De Gea. Do you know what I mean?
I'm done with him.
There's not much. What I think is there's not actually much between them.
That's what you're saying.
But the one attribute is De Gea's shot stopping is superior still.
Well, I want to see, he's still got a shot. The reason why I am because it's like he's too error prone right now, and I've had enough. He's way too.
No, I'm saying if you want to get rid of him, get rid. But make sure you get in.
You're not saying Henderson. You're saying
don't get rid of him and then just Henderson. Yeah, nah, bro. Because I'm telling you now, with the way our defense is at the moment, even De Gea, how he is, he's still saving us. You have to understand. Them 2 shots yesterday, I'm telling you, they're goals. They are bona fide goals.
Like if he doesn't get to them, you're not saying the keeper should save them.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
You get what I'm saying? They're like, I honestly think, do you know there's certain shot stoppers and certain shots what you see goalkeepers stopping you like, there's like 3 goalkeepers in the world. Yeah. He's still got that. Henderson does not have that. If Henderson had that and he's a younger version, he's not a younger version of De Gea.
You're saying he's not of the level.
He's not of the level De Gea was when De Gea first come and he was shaky. Check that one out. He's not even the level of shaky De Gea, old school when he would first come and man were like, oh, he's not even that level yet. He's not got that shot stopping.
Yeah.
He's not got the feet. That's one thing, and I don't mean feet as in playing with the feet. He's not got the saving with the feet thing.
The Salah one that you mentioned in the FA Cup was an eye opener.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
Again, I thought he was wilding him like, and then when we slowed it down, I'm like, yeah, he should have said.
Yeah, literally, I'm telling you, he could have put that in the stand, or he could have put that up the pitch.
He should have saved.
Do you get what I'm saying?
For being critical, which you are going to be of a Manchester United #1 goalkeeper, because I'm reserving judgment on Henderson simply because I haven't seen enough of him. What I've seen, I'm like, yeah, I like you've done well. There isn't too many games where I look at and like, yeah, that's a terrible error by you. So it's going to.
Do you know what it is? He's not got that, which we do need. You know what it is with United? We've always been an attacking team, so we've always had to have 2 fire centre backs and a fire goalkeeper. The right back and left back can actually be quite average.
Yeah,
as you've seen us get away for title winning years with Phil Neville and John O'Shea. Do you know what I'm saying? I've got many a medal that certain certified right back and left back do not have. Do you get what I'm saying?
Facts. So
this is why I'm trying to say we've always needed a fire. Our goalkeeper has to be able to get us out.
Goal smoke on it. Like,
do you get what I'm saying?
Our defenders you need defenders who just want to take the ball off people.
It's like even when you look at all our goalkeepers, like, all right, then here's one goalkeeper I'd say right now, Barthez. Barthez was suspect at times, but he was one of them. His shot stopping, amazing. His feet, saving with feet, amazing. Do you get what I'm saying? It was just everything else. But here's the thing: he's actually better than them two now. He's a better goalkeeper than them two now. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I honestly think.
I have to think that one. I get what you're saying. Like I said, I've just had it up to here. Henderson was judgment on. I get what you're saying.
Barthez is a World Cup winning.
That's true. I just remember him. You know what it is because nostalgia. I just remember the bad moments.
You know why? Because we had him. We didn't have him prime. It's kind of like
I just remember.
Kind of like Van der Sar. We didn't have prime Van der Sar, but Van der Sar was amazing.
Oh no, Van der Sar was. But the thing is, I only remember Van der Sar making one mistake for us.
But no, what I'm saying is we didn't even have. That wasn't even prime Van der Sar.
Yeah. So imagine him in his.
I remember when he was at Juventus.
Yeah.
That was Van der Sar. You get what I'm saying? And like for Holland and that, I remember like, yo, this guy. Like I remember. Khan was always the man, but I always remember thinking, yo, Van der Sar's not that bad, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly
you had your Buffons, your Toldos, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of Casillas, Canizares, there was a lot of top goalkeepers back in the day. You know what I'm saying? There's not many top players in any position nowadays. Check that one out. That's why a lot of players get overhyped.
Yes.
Because people still want to fill the old school voids.
Yeah, of course.
You know what you need? Like people still want to have when you've got 10 world class strikers. There's not anymore.
Yeah, there's not 10 world nines. There isn't.
There's one point where man could reel you off 29s, bro.
Yeah, of course.
But it's true to Clive. Man would have been there for time.
Of Serie A alone, you could have done 10. Yeah. Of Serie A, that's why I love Serie A. People like, why do you like Serie A so much back then? Because everybody, literally, every top team had a marksman.
Yeah, bro. We was talking about it one time. I remember saying to you the top goal scorers, and there was average teams with Udinese with like Beerhoff.
Yeah.
Like man don't know now. That's like
if you go put Beerhoff is a better version of a Calvert-Lewin.
Nah. Beerhoff is superior, bro.
No, what I'm saying that is he's that style.
Oh, model. Yes. He's a superior model. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. He's a better version. He's Calvert-Lewin, but much better at everything.
He's just different. Like I don't even think there's a modern comparison for him now.
That's why I'm trying to do it for the younger viewers who don't know who Oliver Beerhoff is. So I'm describing.
You know, it does remind me a bit of like Atletico Madrid, Diego Costa, when he was fire. A bit like he's like Falcao when Falcao was fire. You know, just them box. He ain't gonna score you nothing from outside the box, fam. In the box, headers, volleys, this lethal. Do you get what I'm saying?
Put it down for people. I get exactly what you're saying. It is. But moving on, anyway, results will just run through before we close out the show. Like I said, if you're watching on YouTube, man, time flies when you're having fun, family.
Jeez.
Make sure you hit the like button on the Pirate. If you're watching on the Pirate Radio YouTube, hit the like button. Make sure you share it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe to Pirate Radio, make sure you hit the notification bell. If you're watching on the Twitter, retweet the tweet, like the tweet. Follow Pirate Radio on Twitter. Myself, JV, and the From a Fair View Twitters are all tagged in the tweet. And if you're watching on Facebook, please like the video and share it. And like the Pirate Radio Facebook page also. And of course, if you're listening via more traditional radio means DAB radio, we appreciate that. Or if you're listening online, we appreciate that. Like Pirate Radio, we go everywhere, man. Pirate Radio to the world. And also, people, for you Arsenal fans and any other fans on Sarcasm City TV, going live at 9 p.m. So directly after the show, gonna talk from the Arsenal with my boy Cam, Quill, and Brandon, talking all things Arsenal. So they'll be discussing the loss in depth to Manchester City and looking at the Benfica game and Arsenal looking to get through. So make sure you check that out. Go subscribe to Sarcasm City TV. So we'll just go through the final results of the weekend. So Wolves beat Leeds United 1-0. Burnley, West Brom, even though West Brom had a man sent off, played out a dull 0-0 draw. West Brom missed some chances in that game. Jeez. Aston Villa lost 2-1 to Leicester. We see what Aston Villa are like without Grealish.
Yes.
Mad.
But one thing I want to say is Leicester, again,
Not very good.
I honestly think, yeah,
Very good.
what he's done with Barnes is going a bit unnoticed. He's
improved Barnes.
He's got Barnes even playing in a 2 up top. Do you get what I'm saying? He's got Barnes. Even look, Pereira on the right. So look, as much as man what I say injuries, these men have had some
injuries.
hella injuries, bro.
Injuries, yes.
Luke Thomas there, he's a youth player.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And he's next to Centurion Evans, and no one would say Centurion Evans well beaters.
No, this is what I'm saying. Madison's been out this season.
Yes.
Vardy's been out this season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Castagna, they just bought him. He's been out. They've had a lot of players out. This is what I'm trying to say. Injuries don't thingy, man. So like someone said earlier, seen someone say, if I had Pogba and Fred centre back, it would be different. Bro, I've literally seen us play like Carrick and like Jones centre back and that. I remember one time we had Carrick. Carrick played centre back for a good.
Yeah, Wolfsburg. There was a Wolfsburg.
Bro, it was like a month, you know.
Yeah, it was a long time. But again, on Man United, we went through the side not even that far back that won the Europa League. Look at that side. Damian and Valencia as fullbacks.
Come on, man.
Blind and Smalling, bro.
Blind.
I think Fellaini played up top. Mkhitaryan, Rashford.
Come on, man.
Herrera.
This is youth man Rashford as well.
Yeah,
Even super Rashford. Even super save all the kids.
League. Oh no, she's talking to us. Oh yeah, big up One Rovers Blogs as well, who's just said, big up Flawless and JV. Did you see we got Joey Barton as manager? That's mad.
Yeah.
That is mad. So for those that don't know, One Rovers Vlogs is a Bristol Rovers fan channel and he runs it. So salute. Make sure you go. Like I said, I'm subscribed to it. I'm not a Bristol Rovers fan simply because I respect the hustle so much.
Yeah, man.
Because it can't be great watching, no disrespect, watching Bristol Rovers week in, week out. I complain as a Manchester United fan. So
you know what it is? It's not even because my mum will love his team, bro. Yeah. Some of the football, what he will be seeing from other teams. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Imagine a Maka team in that league who just want to try to stop you. And imagine parking the bus in that league. Jeez.
Yeah.
That'd be
they
terrible,
don't even have
bro.
anything on the break. There's no je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
There's no va-va-voom. There's no razzle-dazzle to add to it. Yeah.
Then him watching them week in, week out is a credit because, like I say, they're real fans.
Yeah, so shout out to One Rovers Vlogs. Make sure you check it out.
Yeah, back to that game there. One thing I would say about, like you said, the Villa without Grealish is a totally different aspect.
Because you got Watkins, Traore, Barkley, El Ghazi, and then you still got Louise and McGinn to back that up. But you could see the difference. You could see that everything goes through him. He is their talisman.
And one thing I'll say as well about Leicester is the winning without Vardy scoring. So for me, that signals now. That signals. See, from next season, you can't just say it's just Vardy.
They're more than just Vardy.
Yes, you literally have to because people are even saying Barnes is an outside shout for the Euros. I don't think it will happen, but he's got a case. Simply
because England have so much attacking talent in that position.
Yeah,
look at the attacking options that England have.
Like
that's a golden generation of attacking options.
You could literally start the thing. Well, not literally. We will start one of those matches, and.
You got Foden. You got Foden, Grealish, Kane, Rashford, Sancho, Sterling, Barnes, Madison, Mount.
That's what I'm trying to say. You could. All right.
I'm probably forgetting people. I
think it's peak for Mount.
Yeah,
I think it's peak for Mount. I'd have Madison.
I'm having Foden and Grealish.
Foden, Madison. No, I'd bring Foden, Madison, and Grealish. I think you've got to bring.
You doing the old Galacticos Madrid? Take. Oh, taking just.
You know what I'm saying? You've got to take.
Okay.
But no, because this is what I'm saying. You could even have when this kicks off this first match. Rashford could be on the bench. Grealish could be on the bench.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I think he's going to go with Sterling, Kane, and Sancho.
I think that's it.
You could literally
imagine Sterling, Kane, and Sancho being backed up by Foden and Grealish.
I don't think he'll go that attacking. And that would be amazing.
He should go for that.
I don't think he will.
Just go for it. Why not?
We're going to see Rice and Henderson.
I've said this. England's problem is that central midfield area.
No, it's good for me.
Sixes and eights.
It has to be Rice and Henderson because I don't think there's anyone else. When you get past them two, then you start
Calvin
talking
Phillips.
about. Yes, no, I'd take him. But then when you get past, past him, you start talking about Winkses and Harry Winks and this, and it's like, no, come on. You know what I'm saying?
And their defense is an issue as well. But they have the boys over at Everton. You got Godfrey. He's
in with a shout. them two are in with a shout, you know.
Why you throw? I'd just throw them two.
Stones, I think it will be.
Yeah, Stones has got to get in because of his.
I think it will probably be. Here's the thing, though, I think it will probably be Stones and Maguire.
Oh yeah, definitely be Stones and Maguire. Fullback.
Could even
Shaw has a shout.
Sure.
Well,
I don't.
And then they have had so many right backs.
Oh
Pick
yeah,
one.
you can literally with that you can just hip dip do for that one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's an if did.
Just do a quick hip dip do for them ones there. So that right back situation is long for.
Because you got Lamptey, you got Kyle Walker, you got Trent, you got Bissaka,
Got Cash.
Right, I think we could just play attacking players and right backs. They do all right.
Bro, I seen like a meme and a man made a full team of right backs.
Yeah.
And it was a full 11 of right backs.
And I bet the team was decent as well.
Bro, it was. I was actually like, even that James Justin, he's got injured now though. He'll probably miss it. He should probably go as the replace. He should probably, if he's fit in time, he should probably go as the backup left back, mate. I honestly would take Shaw in him. I think he's better than Chilwell. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem England have when you look at the left backs, the centre back options, and your 6s and 8s. So like,
I think it depends on what he wants to do though. Because if he's playing 3 at the back, then you got to take Kyle Walker.
yeah, to me, if you go 3 at the back, you can take Walker, then you can play Trent as a wing back, and then you can fit in all those attacking players.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I would go with that front. Me, you go Foden, Grealish, Sterling, Kane, Sancho. That's my front.
And then with what? Just a Henderson or Rice?
Just a Henderson or just one.
I want that, bro.
And then tell Foden and Grealish, help out, get back. You know what I'm saying? Because Grealish and Foden play.
Do you know what it is?
Anyway.
All right, then I will say this.
Just straight 4-3-3.
Nah, I will definitely say this. He should definitely do it. But I'm sure we've got a deaf group, you know. Sure we got that crow. I wouldn't want to see Foden.
Let's see.
I'm sure it's Croatia and someone else. I wouldn't want to see Foden and Grealish and Henderson in the midfield against Croatia. Nah.
Saka.
I think he misses out. As sad as it is.
Nah, I think he plays left back.
Nah.
He's the best English left back.
I know, but it's stifling him. You gotta get more from him. Yeah, look, who we got?
England, Croatia, Scotland, Czech Republic.
We could play that against Scotland, definitely.
I reckon you just go for
against Czech Republic. Suchek's in there, man. There.
If you're a Czech Republic fan or manager or player, the last thing you want to see is Foden and Grealish on the same pitch at the same time.
I'm with you.
And Saka, I'm playing Saka at left, but I'm going for it. We ain't gonna win it anyway. Our attack is clearly stronger than our defense.
All right, then.
Like, I'm sounding like Manchester United. Go for it.
If we're playing wing backs, I'll definitely play Saka then.
I'd play, wing backs work. Saka, Trent as your wing backs, or Saka and Lamptey. But then the issue you have is who the 3 centre backs. Do you go what? Maguire, Holgate, and Godfrey?
No, Maguire still. I see Maguire might
Stones.
miss out, you know.
I'm not playing Maguire. I'm saying he'll play Maguire.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I won't, but yeah.
I'd play Stones. Godfrey and Holgate. Are they centre backs? I mean, not centre backs. Are they English?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Wait, I don't know about Godfrey.
Let me check. I'm just here.
Godfrey
I'm just giving. What's it called? England players.
I don't know why I've got a feeling Godfrey's Irish.
It's mad.
I've got a feeling he's Irish.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
No, I think he is English actually. He's English.
Because I know Everton have been waxing Liverpool.
Yeah, English professionals.
Yeah. That's what I'm
born
saying.
in York. Yeah.
Godfrey and Holgate. So like, I'm playing both. They play together at club level anyway.
Keane?
I'm not a fan of Keane.
No, I'm not. But he's already in the setup, bro.
Oh, in the squad, yeah, definitely. But I'm saying as a back 3. All right, let's go for this goalkeeper. What we saying? Pope.
Yeah, Burnley, brother. Yeah.
Pope. All right, so we're saying Pope. My 3, I'm going with not with Southgate pick. I'm going Stones in the middle, Holgate and Godfrey either side.
You know why I might not go for them? Just the experience factor, bro.
So who you going with?
No, I'm just thinking Croatia and a Mandzukic on them. You know what I'm saying? He'll have a few. He'll absolutely be in.
Yo, they ain't gonna have the ball, man. We got all these ballers. We're gonna dominate, man. 80% of possession, fam.
These man will see Modric and mess themselves up. You know what I'm saying? These man will see Modric, Kovacic, and Brozovic. You know what I'm saying? And say life's a. You know what I'm saying?
Right, go on then. So who you going with? Who's your 3?
This is the thing. Maguire will probably have to play. I won't.
So you're saying Maguire, Stones, and who's the other?
See, I think here's the thing. I don't think Maguire is actually bad in a 3, and especially for England, he's not that bad.
But I'm just saying, I'm just thinking mobility.
I'd say Maguire, Stones, and Godfrey.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. I think Godfrey. See the thing with Holgate. I think Holgate is good. Sometimes he just looks a little bit lightweight.
All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying. Sometimes he looks like for me, his physique is more that of a right back.
All right, cool.
Do you know what I'm saying? Right. Godfrey for me looks like a
who your wing backs? You're saying Trent and
Trent and Saka.
All right, midfield 1 or 3, however we're doing it. I'm saying Rice. I'm going Rice because it's 3-4-3.
See, here's the thing. Who's missing out now? Though,
I'm going Rice.
See, you can't hit it.
Ooh.
It's deep, innit?
Yeah, I might have to not play. I just play 4-3-3. Then I don't think I can go with the 3 because even if I put Rice, Foden, and Grealish in, then I've only got. Is that 2? I've only got 2 left in it. It was 3-5-2.
That's
Yeah,
what
and I'm
I'm
not
trying to say.
I'm not missing out Kane.
That's why
I'm
I
not
think
missing out Sancho, and I'm not missing out. I'm going 4-3-3. I'm going sticking with what I said.
Saka at left back.
Yeah, I'm playing Saka at left back. Right back, I go Lamptey actually.
Nah, I don't think he's fit in that.
You don't think he's? Oh, is he not fit? Is he injured?
I think I'm sure he is.
All right, might as well. All right, pick a right back, whichever right back you want. I go Godfrey.
You know what? Honestly,
Stones. I go Godfrey and Stones.
You know who I'd honestly take as a right back?
Who?
I'd actually take Wan-Bissaka if you want. I think they need
That's part of the squad, yeah.
They need to have a number. No, I think he needs to be the starter because I'm telling you now, when you start getting to
Wan-Bissaka, yeah.
when you start getting to like quarterfinals and that.
Let's throw Wan-Bissaka in there. Then.
See when it's quarterfinals and like even all right, then look at Croatia. You know, even someone like Perisic would have a field day. Do you get what I'm saying?
Whereas Wan-Bissaka is different.
When you start to get into them, I don't know, you're playing Italy and France and you know, not even Italy and France, bro. There's just wingers out there. Man could play a Slovakia and them type of teams have always got wingers.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It makes sense. I get what you're saying. All right, then. Cool.
Trent, check this one out. If he's that brave, you could even put Trent in the midfield. Trent would actually boost the midfield
That's
options.
why I to put him in there into the midfield. I get what you're saying.
Nah, bro. I'd actually prefer. All right, I prefer to see Trent in the midfield over a Winks and them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But then man will go.
But you know what? This conversation just made me realize. International, when it comes to the Euros, we have a lot to discuss. We're gonna have plenty of content when it comes to that.
Fire, yo.
We're gonna have plenty of content.
The attacking options are out of this world because even with the strikers, what you're saying, you're not even mentioning a Calvert-Lewin. Like Calvert-Lewin will just be on the bench.
You didn't even mention Harvey Barnes either. But yo, love to everybody who has locked in. We really appreciate it each and every time. From a Third Eye View, we're here every Monday on Pi Radio, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. Myself and JV. Hopefully, Stro is back next week discussing all things. We're always here discussing all things Premier League. Sometimes we go off on tangents. We'll discuss international football. And we'll discuss international football or whatever. But yes, people, this has been From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio. Thank you very much for tuning in.